Okay, I did it. I did it. I did it.
All right.
Good job, Lulu. You did the bare minimum.
Yeah, everyone give Lulu a round of applause. Did
He
it.
told us before we went live.
All right, explain the rules, Iron.
Okay, so basically, we're doing death battles. Most of the people at the end are probably familiar with the concept. You pit two characters to fight to the death, but we're doing it in a bracket style, like March Madness. So we're gonna have rounds of characters fight, and then they will beat a character to death, and then it'll move on to the next one, and then there can only be one winner. Depending on how much time these take, I made 3. We'll probably only get to 2, but the winner of the weaker tournaments will get a chance to fight in the higher weight classes. So they'll get a chance to keep running the gauntlet until they die. So
Right.
each tournament will have a best of 3 rounds. I changed the what's it called in a like a video game where like there's like variables depending on like the floor is lava or whatever. Like what's that word called?
Variety factors?
Yeah, where you like something like that. It's like when mutations, is that it?
Permutations, maybe. I don't know.
Permutations, yeah. I don't know, whatever. It doesn't matter. We're doing that, so each tournament's gonna have like different like rule sets, so it doesn't get stale. In this first tournament, this is the Flyweights Tournament. I stole the weight classes from USC. Sue me. It's not the theme. The theme is criminals and boxers. Not every single person on this list is a criminal or a boxer, but most of them are. Round 1 will be in a boxing ring, 100 feet in the air, so you can win by KO, knocking them off the arena, or just straight up killing them. Round 2, they're in the desert in their underwear with a revolver containing a single bullet, and by any means necessary. Round 3, they're in the Squid Game arena in the Squid Game jumpsuits with a steak knife. So just to do a little practice, we're going to do Rangi versus Lulu. Who would win in the boxing ring 100 feet in the air? Go.
How tall are you, Lulu?
Like
roughly.
Like 5'8" or 5'9".
It's over.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Rangi's
Party knows how tall I am.
Wait, what is that?
I'm 6'4", over 250 pounds, and
he's got reach on you, Lulu. He's just gonna.
I will break you.
Yeah, but isn't boxing like based on weight, not height?
Well, no, wait. We're in a boxing arena. We don't have to adhere to the rules of boxing.
Yeah, but
okay.
Yeah, he's got reach and weight on you. I think it's GG.
Yeah, plus training.
What?
I have about 6 years of martial arts training.
All right, Lulu.
Okay, buddy. I don't know if I believe that one.
Well, guess what? I have a gun.
Well, round 2.
That's the next round. So I have a question, Lulu. Have you ever shot a pistol or a handgun?
Revolver.
No.
Same similar handgun. You Rangi?
Oh, so funny thing part 2. I have in fact shot a handgun.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So I think Rangi wins round 2. You only need to win 2 rounds.
Send receipts.
You only need to win 2 rounds. So let's just see if Rangi would sweep. You guys are in the Squid Game arena with a knife. Who's winning the knife fight?
That might actually be harder because he is smaller, so he's squirrely.
Yeah, he's smaller.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think Lulu probably has a better advantage because he can kind of like nimbly stab you in the gut. But you already won the first 2 rounds, so it's GG's. Rangi would have moved on to the next bracket.
Yeah.
So you guys get the concept now, right?
Yeah.
All right.
The other thing is, I do think he's probably faster and more athletic because I am a little out of shape.
Yeah, so I think he would win round 3, but it doesn't matter.
I do physical labor, but I am out of shape.
I'm out of shape too, bro.
I'm over 275 pounds though.
Oh my goodness.
Lucas, you're getting set on. It's over.
Yeah.
All right.
I use a rollout.
All right, so I'm sending the first 2 contestants now. The first match, we're officially starting the tournament, is Dexter versus Walter White.
Yeah.
Oh.
So you want to put those images up, Lulu?
Yeah. Why didn't you just make them PNGs? Why did you make them like Just normal ass photos.
Oh my god, wait,
I didn't
Lucas,
think
you
of
can
that.
put
Whatever.
The
You
photo that I sent
It's
you.
fine. It's fine.
Okay,
I'll
let's
edit
see.
We'll learn for next time. Anyway,
Yeah.
Yeah. I got this.
so-
I'll do
yeah.
it.
So while he's putting those up, we can start the debate. Who's winning in a boxing match, Dexter or Walter White? I don't know much about Dexter, but I'm assuming it would be him.
It depends because Walter White's the fire explosion that blows up a building in season 1.
Well, no, but he doesn't. He doesn't. We assume
They're in
we're
a
assuming,
boxing
right,
match.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say
They're
in
in a
this
boxing
round at least he only has like
He
only
pulls
has
a pipe bomb out of his ass.
Like literally, they're just in boxing shorts and shoes with boxing gloves. He's an
No, I
old
mean, yeah,
man. With,
But
what kind of
but
cancer does he have?
But he's still
Lung?
tanking
Cancer or
explosion.
something?
But he's still
What
tanking
kind of
explosion.
cancer does he have?
Lung cancer.
All right,
Lung
Lulu.
cancer.
What are some of Dexter's athletic feats? You're the Dexter guy here.
Yeah, how
He
tall is
like
Dexter?
okay, I wouldn't say he's like super athletic, but he knows like I think in the second season they say that he like trained like jujitsu and like self-defense. That way if like someone's like bigger than him, he can still like take them down if he has to. So like he knows like how to fight like physically, just probably not like extremely well.
But do you think he could beat an old man with cancer in a boxing match?
Oh yeah, 100%.
I was gonna say even after. Yeah, I think Dexter just sweeps. I'm sorry. I don't think he will.
Guys,
Yeah.
but
Well-
Dexter doesn't have an iconic syringe. He's
Well,
powerless. He's nothing
Walter's
without a
like
syringe.
Walter's like 60 and Dexter's in his 30s, so yeah.
Yeah, like, how
Hey.
old is Walter at the beginning of the series? He's at least in his 40s.
Yeah.
He's
Well,
like
yeah. I
50
mean,
something, right?
Well, in
yeah.
the
I think he's in his
flashbacks?
late 40s. No, like
Oh,
in
no,
season
he's-
1.
Season 1. No, season 1 he's 50 years old. At the end he's 52.
Yeah.
So he's in his
I knew
60s
it
the whole
was
time.
somewhere
Yeah.
around
So
there,
he's
yeah.
Dexter's got like 15 years younger on him. He's in better shape, and he doesn't have lung cancer. I think Dexter. I think Walter might just pass out from all the running around in the boxing ring.
True.
And also remember, they're 100 feet in the air, so Dexter could just like knock him out and then like pick him up and throw him off the side.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, so I feel like Walter White, if he had like prep time, he could do something against Dexter.
See,
But
that's
I
why it
don't
gets more
think he
interesting in
does.
later rounds. So round 2. So we're gonna
Yeah.
give round 1 to Dexter, right?
Definitely.
Easily.
I don't know, man.
So round
Yeah.
2. This is Walter White's element. They're in their tighty whities with a revolver in the desert.
Is that
How-
why
how
you
good
made
it-
that like the conditions?
No, wait,
I
it's not his
did-
element. He
Wait,
didn't
so
have a
you
revolver.
want
He
me
had
to
an
put the
M1911.
desert photo?
It's up to you. I mean, it's
Okay,
I would, but
so
I don't. It's not that big a deal.
Lulu, I'm not familiar with Dexter. Is he
Yeah, how
like
good is he with a
particularly
gun?
skilled with guns?
He kind of like hates guns.
Oh, I
and
think
like
Walter might win this round.
yeah, actually I would
Yeah.
give it to Walter because Walter uses guns like a lot, and Dexter
Mhm.
like refuses. He kind of just prefers like knives and stuff.
Knives.
So yeah,
Yeah.
I'd give it to
Yeah.
Yeah.
Walter.
Okay.
Dexter's an idea.
Ooh, no, but because of
He's
that,
not-
I'd probably give the third round to Dexter.
Yeah, Dexter again. Yeah, Lulu, if you want, we
Yeah.
can just keep the boxing ring.
Okay,
Well,
okay.
Well, because
Yeah.
depending on how long because we're already, I think we're about to move on to the
It's-
next
Yeah, I
character.
think
It's gonna
We
get
visualize what
annoying.
we're talking about
Wait,
as
shit,
the
that's
Yeah.
the wrong image.
background.
Wait. Where's the
Uh,
image?
also, let-
You know what, let's just have Dexter as the background. Screw
it. Where's the
Yeah.
image? I don't know where it is.
Well, the Squid Game image.
No,
Yeah,
the
but
the
if he-
arena.
He
Oh,
already
there
lost
it
the
is.
boxing ring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is why I
This is
should
why we-
not be the host. Okay,
Yeah,
there we go.
and this is
There
why
we go.
we-
Yeah, we'll just even though there'll be 3 arenas, it's more important to switch out the characters. So we'll
Yeah.
just keep the
Yeah.
boxing up, and then we'll just switch out the characters as we go.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
round
yeah.
3, I think, goes to Dexter, right? Because his specialty is knives. It's a knife
Yeah.
fight.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
well,
yeah.
it's all of, Dexter has all of the advantages he had in round 1. Plus, he has like a weapon he like uses a lot.
I don't
Yeah, I
think
think.
it's Spork. I don't know.
Yeah, so I think it's round 1, Dexter, round 2, Walter, round 3, Dexter. Dexter moves on.
Yeah.
Well, wait. So the Game Arena, are we talking about like the? Are we
It's
talking about?
the hopscotch thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
the actual Squid Game.
Yeah, I sent Lulu an
okay.
image, but yeah.
Okay. No. I was wondering if it was that or if it was like the room that they spend a lot
The
of
main
time in.
room,
'Cause-
just there like in the pitch black with the sporks.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah,
literally
with all the beds in the room too.
no, it's
yeah.
it's the season 1 finale room with the
Yeah, they
the
gotta
Yeah.
play the Squid Game first, though. You know,
hop-
then they can actually start.
Should we
fighting.
make that a
Yeah,
requirement?
Yeah, it's a case of I feel like this is somewhat because I feel like Walter would like do a lot better if like he had a more like active sort of, but like he had time to plan and strategize and like
Yeah.
like if you drop them on opposite ends of a town.
Well, see, that's like as the rounds go higher, there's going to be more kind of variables like that.
Yeah.
If you put
But,
him
like,
on a
yeah,
PUBG
fair
game,
enough.
I think Walter White would win.
Because like remember, the rounds are going to be completely different for each tournament. So
Fair enough.
Like,
Okay,
oh,
yeah. In that case, yeah, it's Dexter wins. Dexter
Yeah.
wins.
Dexter. Yeah, there's no
Are-
way because I.
so Party, you wanna keep track of this with me, just so I don't mess any of them up. Party sleeping.
Oh, no,
Marty,
I'm good.
you-
Sorry. What's
Yeah, I was just because like I know for Jeopardy you were like the one double checking me. Just wondering if you want to like keep track of who beat who.
Oh, I could. Yeah, let me grab my notebook and pencil here. So Dexter, we're still just tallying that up as 1
Yeah.
and 3.
Yeah, 1 and 3 he moves on. All right. So
Yeah.
now I'm going to send Lulu to the 2 new contestants.
Okay.
All right. It is going to be Hannibal Lecter versus Eric Cartman.
What?
Which Hannibal? Which Hannibal? Which
Which
Hannibal? Sorry, which Hannibal? Mass
I
McConaughey
assume
from
the
Silence of the
original.
Yeah,
Lambs.
which Hannibal?
Yeah,
The-
that's Silence of the Lambs.
It's the old man one. What's his name? Played
Oh,
Yeah, the original.
Anthony Hopkins. You
Oh,
Anthony Hopkins.
No,
Yeah, so it's
there.
gonna be-
Wait, hold on. No, in that movie though, he like kills like a full-grown, like able-bodied man. No, Eric Cartman's fucked.
We're doing
No,
old man
do you know-
versus child, and they're both fucking monstrous serial killers.
Yeah,
Remember,
I don't know.
Eric Cartman
I-
fed a kid his parents.
Okay, I don't care. Hannibal Lecter like kills like able-bodied young men in the prime of their lives. He's like a profound manipulator.
Eric Cartman can turn any group of individuals into like supporters of the Third Reich. He does it like all the time.
True. Literally me, bro.
No, look. I have to give it to Hannibal Lecter. He's also like particularly physically fit. That's another thing. Remember, in the Silence of the Lambs, he like climbs an elevator shaft.
Yeah, he does do that.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
I think the reason Cartman succeeded
Well,
was
yeah,
like, purely by getting people to do the dirty work and then like sneaking in after. The problem is, I think Hannibal actually
he-
does dirty work himself on top of being
Yes, he does.
manipulative, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Isn't
Eric
that the
Cartman
thing?
put all of his stats into charisma.
Guys,
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
Hannibal
gonna be a
Lecter is
weakness.
also he's also very physically fit. Like especially even for an old man. Like I don't know. I think at least the first round, Eric's kind of screwed.
So you think
depends.
old
By the
man
way-
beat child in a fist fight? Remember, Eric Cartman did beat an adult midget in a boxing match.
Okay.
Adult
do you
midget.
guys know
There's
that
child
Hannibal,
midgets too. Yeah, sorry, you need.
Wait, what's up? What?
Hannibal Lecter like gets shot several times and stabbed by an arrow and he's like fine. That was insane for
Eric,
in the
okay,
Red Dragon movie.
if you want to talk about durability, I mean, I think Eric Cartman
think-
has an beat
yeah.
there.
I was gonna say Eric Cartman has a cartoon physique.
Eric Cartman has
Yeah.
tanked some insane shit.
Man, the one
I,
thing
I,
is,
I think just in general though, if you're talking about active like physical abilities, like It's been a little bit since I've watched Silence of the Lambs, but I'm pretty sure Hannibal, he climbs some things. He actively escapes police thing with his actual physical police quarantine with his actual physical capabilities. He, I think Hannibal beats him at least.
Also, just because they're wearing boxing gloves doesn't mean they have to box. Like he could just walk up and curb stomp him.
Yeah.
He can in fact just kick him in the head and keep kicking and stomp him to death.
Nah,
Yeah,
Hannibal-
I think realistically he would
Call
just
that.
kick Eric Cartman's head in. He just bash his brains out with his boot.
Oh,
Yeah.
and Hannibal would definitely not even hesitate on that either. That's the funny
Here's the real question: what's more diabolical, eating people or forcing people to eat people? That's the real question.
Hannibal does both. Hannibal does both.
Does he do
He
both?
does do
Yeah.
both.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know
does
that.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure in some of the future stuff he does.
Like the
both.
TV show, yeah.
Oh, I've only ever
he
seen
did,
the movie.
He did that in the second film, like called Hannibal, which he forced the person to eat his own brain.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Guys,
Oh,
one
yeah,
thing
it's
we're
a-
forgetting about Eric Cartman is he'll resort to something that Hannibal would never do. Punch someone in the balls.
True.
Oh, he wouldn't either.
I mean, it's weird because it's kind of weird. Because I'm going through versus Battle Wiki just to look at it. What the fuck can Eric Cartman do?
He can
Yeah.
punch him
Apparently he
in
has
the
a lot-
balls. He's like his
Punch him in the
arm.
balls.
His arm is at
Suplex
his
him.
ball length. So like he
Apparently-
does got reach there. He can uppercut his balls pretty easily.
Exactly.
Oh god.
that's the thing though.
Let's see what-
I feel like Hannibal would just tank through it.
Yeah, I mean, as funny as this conversation is, I do think Hannibal Lecter would just stomp Eric Cartman's skull in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, round 2. They're in the desert with a revolver in their underwear with a single bullet. How
I
good is
think
Hannibal
Eric
with guns?
Cartman-
Does Hannibal use
I think-
guns?
I don't think he does he?
He never did.
I'm pretty sure Eric Cartman has
No,
shot
that's
someone in
not-
South Park at some point.
Game
Okay,
punching
but
balls.
counterpoint. Does Eric Cartman go in the right direction?
Well, I mean, time's not a factor here. I mean,
No,
I
that's-
think Eric Cartman goes in the wrong direction and dies in the desert.
no, actually, he actually has a pretty good sense of direction. Usually, when they get lost in the show, usually he's the one who finds his way out, and they don't believe him. So,
Oh,
Oh, that's true.
like when they get
Oh,
stuck
shit,
in the
that-
Amazon rainforest, he goes off by himself, finds a way out, and everyone else gets stuck. So it's like they call him an idiot, and he's the one who gets out. So
I think it depends on if Eric can get that first shot off then.
Eric's many things, but he's not stupid. He's arguably the most intelligent of the child characters.
Well, not only that, but I think Eric also has to get that shot off in a place that's gonna be definitively lethal. Because if
the thing is Eric uses guns all the time. He uses AK-47, like machine guns, dual pistols. That was insane. So
To Hannibal?
Hannibal never uses a gun.
yeah, but
Yes, I think
they only
Eric
have
wins
one
round 2.
bullet, and Hannibal does deal with people with guns. So
Yeah, but Eric shot
mean-
and killed people before. I think you'd hit him in a lethal spot.
Yeah, I mean,
well,
Here's the
so like
thing.
this is one of those ones I think is close because it's a case of if he doesn't. So it's one of those things. I think if Eric doesn't hit him in a lethal spot, he's dead.
I think he could. So it's
I mean,
Yeah,
he also
it-
I just give I give the gun one to Eric because literally Hannibal, I don't think he ever uses guns.
Oh, that
so-
yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, Eric uses guns in like every episode. That was insane.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think he
literally.
loves guns. He's a proper
Yeah.
American.
Yeah.
Oh, what happened?
We
Oh my
lost
God.
that.
Oh, we
Travis.
lost.
Travis said his
Travis
internet
got
kept
killed.
going out. Yeah, we killed him.
All right, well,
Okay. Well, he'll
he can
pop
join
up.
back
He'll
whenever he
pop
comes
up if
back.
he's back.
yeah,
If he's
but
back, he's back.
he knows where to find us.
Yeah.
Round 3, Squid Game with a knife.
Okay.
Could be
yeah,
either one.
Oh shit, this is gotta be difficult.
Yeah,
I think Eric, because
Dude,
Eric.
Garmin's got that murderous instinct too. Like I picked this mostly as a joke match, but
Mm.
like the more I think about it, Garmin's actually like a dirty motherfucker. Like he
But no,
will
wait,
stab
wait.
the bitch.
But Hannibal does also use knives a lot, and I feel like he'd get in Eric's head. That's the other big thing.
Yeah, but Carmen's whole thing is getting in people's head too. They have similar skill sets. It's like he is the Hannibal Lecter of South Park.
Yeah,
What
but
the
the thing is that Hannibal like is used to dealing with other like people like him all the time.
But
Like he
I
had
just
like
looked
a
it up.
whole network of serial killers. So
I just looked it up. Eric Carmen can outrun a grenade launcher.
Impressive.
Yeah.
Also, remember,
If that's the
Eric
case,
Carmen
he's
beat Osama bin Laden.
Yeah, no, like I literally looked it up because there's a literally because I literally looked up versus Battle Wiki because apparently he can outrun a grenade launcher. That was insane. Like explode, yeah, can dodge
Yeah.
explosions.
I don't know.
No.
I feel like this could go either way. What's everyone thinking right now?
It all depends on who gets like the first like serious blow first. I think.
Yeah, I feel like because Eric because of Eric's like size, I feel like he could just get like a bunch of like
shots in and then like
yeah.
climb on his back and stab him in the back.
But
Yeah.
at the same time, like Eric's head is so big, it's a very easy target.
Yeah, true. Hannibal could just punt kick him.
That is true.
Like a
And he
football.
would too. He wouldn't even hesitate.
I don't know because
I feel like I feel like Hannibal would just imply that hey Eric, you know you're kind of gay holding the knife.
Oh
like
no,
that, and
insulting
he'd
him just
punch
makes him crazier and more powerful. Don't call him fat;
Yeah,
he's big boned.
yeah,
But,
because
but,
I
it-
was
it-
like,
but,
I ain't fat. I'm just big boned.
Hannibal would then like pick up on that and he'd like manipulate it. So I don't know, because he's such a
That's
natural
two master
manipulator.
manipulators
Yeah.
and two
Yeah,
psychopaths.
but Hannibal is like more like self-aware as a master manipulator, and that's why I think if it comes down to that, then he wins.
Remember, Eric Cartman was clever enough to reverse the outcome of the Civil War.
I forgot about. That's like my favorite episode.
When
of
did he
South
wait?
Park,
When did
and
he
I
time travel?
No,
No. He got.
No,
They
it
were
was a
reenacting the
Civil
Civil
War
War, and he
reenactment,
got them to
yeah.
just keep getting drunk and winning all the battles they lost in like history. And then he
Oh,
got like Bill Clinton to like change the outcome so that the South won the Civil War.
that's funny.
I just want to say because I actually looked up a bunch of things. Apparently, Eric Carmen can do magic.
Well, this is the
Insane.
thing. Is Eric Cartman like? This is the
Well,
problem.
I think we need to
Cartman-
cut the line at like tune logic because like we'll factor in his feats, but like he does use tune logic against Bin Laden, and I feel
Holy
like that's too
shit.
far.
I mean, apparently he can like shoot electricity, like shoot missiles.
Yeah.
That's like those are like
power.
special circumstances. He gets like interface with technology and stuff at times. Like
Yeah, the problem is Eric Cartman is a cartoon, and so he's kind of.
if we went off of feats, he easily wins all 3 rounds. But I think we have to like kind of average out his like average episode Cartman because he varies in power levels significantly. Like Kyle bitches him all the time, but like him at his strongest, he can like change like the fabric of the United States.
If it's Cartman at his normal like default, I have to give it to Hannibal, but it's just like Hannibal like wins, but with like lethal wounds.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I agree.
Probably. Yeah, if it's just
Alright.
average episodes, I guess.
Yeah, so I'm gonna give it to Cartman, but it sounds like it's already a lost cause. Party, what's your
Yeah.
vote?
Party. Hello? Did you mute yourself?
We lose him again. Damn,
Ah.
our guests are dropping
fall
like
asleep?
flies. He might have.
No,
Damn.
he usually doesn't work today. So
All right, well, I guess it's 3v1, so Cartman
Yeah.
loses.
I was just
Rip.
oh there he is.
Oh.
There he is.
Oh, sorry.
I was gonna
thought it
say,
Pretty clear that
Oh yeah, I just wanted to hear what your vote was because it's a 3v1, but it doesn't matter. But I was curious.
I'm
Yeah, I think
pretty sure Hannibal wins round 3.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so. I think it
Yeah.
can go either way, but I'm willing to give it to Hannibal. But
Yeah,
I just think the fact that I'm just imagining Cartman like crawl on his back and just like stab him in the neck repeatedly.
Yeah, yeah.
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 It's another one of those ones I feel like you have to kind of bring it down to like, okay, in 10 out of 10 or in 10 fights, I feel like
Hannibal probably wins, like,
Hannibal
7.
wins at least 6 of them. At least
6 or
6 of
7.
them.
All right, who's
Yeah,
next?
that
Who's
was-
next?
All right, next up is I'm about to send Lulu the pictures. Mike Ehrmantraut versus Tony Soprano.
What?
Sorry, who?
Okay.
Wait,
okay.
So
sorry,
I
who-
like
Mike
this.
Mike Ehrmantraut from Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. Do you guys know who that is?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
haven't
yeah,
seen
yeah.
either of those.
I don't know.
I do.
Have
Have you ever
Yeah.
watched those shows? No.
I mean,
Oh,
I
boy.
do, but
I'm
no. I'm
looking it
that's a
up.
problem.
And then Tony Soprano is the main character of The Sopranos.
I need to watch The Sopranos.
I've only seen
Okay,
like
Mike
half the first
Ehrmantraut
season.
I've never seen it,
from
but I know who he is.
Breaking
Yeah, he's a mob
Bad.
boss. I mean, like it's his abilities are pretty mob boss-ish. And then
Okay,
Mike
there
Ehrmantraut
we
is a
go.
corrupt cop turned
I
criminal.
Tony
found that.
Soprano. Okay, well, who of us has watched The Sopranos and Breaking
I've seen
Bad?
half of season 1.
I've seen enough bits and pieces to know what Tony's capable of.
Yeah, in the first episode, he jumps a guy and like
Yeah, he fucking
It's
strangles him
fucked
with piano wire and shit. It's cool.
Okay,
yeah, and then he kills that guy
okay,
on the
so
bridge.
it's old man versus middle-aged man.
Well, old
Yeah.
man who was like a Marine sniper and a cop who's like still
Yeah,
keeping
he was a cop in like
relatively
Philly,
yeah.
right? Yeah, that's no joke.
He's like he keeps relatively in shape too. So
Yeah. Yeah, I mean it's
Maybe.
not.
not as
Yeah, I don't think it's a straight. I honestly, the boxing match, I think it can go either way. I think
So
Mike
this
has
is
the
the
advantage,
question.
honestly, because he's
Well,
probably
I
in
was
better
gonna
shape, even though he's older.
I was gonna say, does Tony have the chance of like underestimating Mike too? Is that like
Mike's like Tony's scrappy. He really is. I'm not gonna. He can fight better than he looks.
yeah, but
And he's got the weight advantage.
Yeah.
if he underestimates Mike, like that could be definitive. I don't know if that's in his character.
I don't know. Italian mobsters are pretty familiar with Irish cops. That's a that's a pretty
Oh yeah,
old school dynamic.
but this is a question: do they have like knowledge of each other? That's the other question.
I don't have much to say about this one because
No, they're different
so
universes. That's
Mike would probably know about the show The Sopranos, but unfortunately Breaking Bad came out after The Sopranos ended, I'm pretty sure. So
Are we using like even though they're from separate universes? Mike
I
would
mean
have
I'm like not
universe
being
that
totally
Tony was
serious.
in.
I mean I'm not totally serious with that example, but like if I don't know how we want to handle people knowing about each other.
I think we're
I mean-
gonna unless
I mean-
they're like
Okay,
like
I think-
like Dracula, for example. I think
Oh, yeah,
that's
yeah.
fair for them to know about, but like unless it's like common mythos that like exist in most universes, I think it like they still know what the other person can do.
It depends because like if we go by death battle rules, unless the other show specifically reference the other show, they don't know about each other.
That's
so-
fair.
So if there's, you know,
Yeah,
Yeah.
just common mythos is I think we'll go by. Like Dracula, he'll probably turn up in one of these eventually. Frankenstein, that kind of stuff. But yeah,
As far
right now,
as
Okay.
round 1 goes.
Yeah,
That's
this
tricky.
Could go.
yeah.
Because
This could
Tony's
go
beating the shit out of
easy.
people.
You want to come back to round 1 because I think that's probably gonna be one of the hardest.
Maybe.
yeah.
I think round 2, Mike wins pretty easily.
You know what?
Better
yeah,
shot.
yeah.
He's
a better
he,
shot.
he was a Marine sniper, yeah.
Yeah. So Mike sweeps round 2, and it's also in his backyard. It's in New Mexico. So
True.
Oh, so
Tony,
he has like
Tony lives
he
in
has
New
like
Jersey.
knowledge.
yeah. So yeah, round two, Mike stomps Tony. It's not close.
The overweight middle-aged man gets exhausted and then stops.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, Mike walked through the whole desert like
He-
with Saul.
He did, yeah.
Yeah, round 2 is not close. Mike stomps Tony. It's GG. He wins 10 out of 10 times. So round 1 and 3, fist fight and knife fight. Because Mike just has to win one of the two.
I feel like
Mike.
Tony.
Oh.
I feel like Tony would win the fist fight.
I
Well,
feel
yeah.
like
Because he can sumo wrestler that shit.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
you're right. I think even though Mike is probably better technically, I think Tony could just tank more. And
I feel like the
Yeah.
age is enough of a. It's enough
Yeah,
of a
because
handicap.
Tony's no
there.
chump. He knows what he's doing. Even though Mike's like better hand-to-hand combat, Tony I think will just overpower him because he's
But,
still a
yeah.
scrappy brawler.
But
So round
does-
3, knives.
Does Tony
Yeah, that's
have
the
any
tricky one.
military training or anything? 'Cause
No,
probably
No,
not.
he's just killed
he's
a lot.
criminal
Of
training.
Yeah, he's killed a lot of people in fights.
I
So.
don't know. The whole thing with like, so I'm a little biased because I come from like a military family, but a lot of that training, when it comes to like knife fights, is dealing with other people with knives. So, and
But
like,
Tony's would have also
incapacitating
definitely gotten and won knife fights from his upbringing.
Oh, shit.
but
I
has he
know
ever
it.
like won it against somebody specifically trained in knife fighting?
Yeah, like criminals know how to use a knife pretty well.
Yeah.
I'm not
Oh,
sure.
God.
It's close. If well, I don't recall if Tony specifically has like used a lot of knives. I think he's
Probably in his
like
youth.
either beaten the shit out of people or like shot people, but like or I don't.
Yeah, I'm thinking. Well, Mike knows.
Mike was
I guess
in Nam.
yeah, he probably knows how to use a knife pretty well. I think.
Oh,
this might go to
wait, Mike was in Nam. Okay, yeah, no, I'm giving it to Mike. He probably knows how to like turn a knife into a bomb. Like
Also,
with
yeah,
a
they're using
can of
steak
potatoes.
knives, and Tony probably would have used switchblades.
Yeah. Oh,
And,
you didn't even
I
specify
I
what
thought you were gonna
knife.
say. I thought
Yeah,
you were
that's
gonna
no,
say
steak
true.
knife. They're the Squid Game steak knives.
Oh, okay. I think.
Yeah.
Oh,
Totally
yeah,
thought
yeah.
you were gonna
I
make
think
a fat joke.
Mike. I think.
Oh, dude, it's actually kind of cruel. The actor died eating like an Italian dinner.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
that sucks.
it's funny
Yeah.
too because
He was like in
I
Italy
feel
eating like a traditional Italian meal, and then his heart gave out.
especially if Tony doesn't know what Mike is capable of.
I think Mike would surprise him, and
Yeah.
I mean,
I'd be like, "All right,
I-
old man."
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think the physical advantage is enough for Tony to still win in the boxing match, but I do think like
Yeah, I don't
Mike
think because I think
takes
he
him
could.
off guard.
Because I think in the boxing match, Mike surprising him would be like a one-off. He'd be like, "All right, that was pretty good," and then he like gets serious. But like you if you get stabbed and surprised, I think you're pretty much done. So I think that'd be enough for him to win round 3.
Yeah.
yeah, it's so hard because I think because a lot of knife fights is not just the skill, also like tactics because you're in a Squid Game arena.
Yeah, it's just there's no obstacles. It's just like a hopscotch thing basically.
I think Mike might have an edge then.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
How about
agree.
Mike?
I do
think
as well.
Mike, yeah.
All right,
I'm
it
not
would be close.
on
It
either
would
of
be
these
close.
characters is the problem I have, but I think just knowing vaguely what I know from like osmosis, I think Mike wins it for free.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mike.
All right.
Yeah, they'd both be fucked up, but yeah.
Yeah.
So, Lou, are you just gonna use your own pictures for each one? Should I just tell you instead of?
Yeah.
sending
Yeah.
them?
Yeah.
All right. I'll send them anyway, and you can just if you can't find one quickly.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
Apollo Creed versus Little Mac.
Little Mac.
I don't know who either
If
of
he
these
dies,
characters
he
are.
dies.
I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
Apollo Creed is who
Creed-
Rocky fights in 1 and 2, and then
Yeah,
Little Mac is in Super Smash in his own series Punch Out.
That is literally the most popular death battle ever. Like one of the most
Really,
popular
Apollo
requested
Creed
death
versus
battle.
Little Mac?
Yes.
Really? That's
Apollo Creed.
Interesting.
No,
I didn't know
Rocky
that.
Balboa versus Little Mac. Rocky Balboa, but
I had no idea this was like an actual thing.
No, if
Yeah,
you're going
no.
into like the technical limits of like
If that's the case,
Little Mac, the
yeah,
video game
come
character,
on.
the problem is in Smash he's like
Oh, we're not using
he's
his
like
Smash.
able to send. Yeah, I was
No.
gonna
We're
say
just talking about Punch Out.
Sure,
Yeah.
oh, Punch
do you know how
Punch Out.
do you know how powerful Little Mac is in Punch Out? He can literally outrun bullet trains. He can beat people that outrun bullet trains and teleports. That was not a joke.
Okay.
And even create illusions.
Okay, we're gonna go with his first Punch Out appearance, where he's just boxing. I'm pretty sure he still beats Mike Tyson. So the question is Apollo
is
Creed
huge.
better than Mike Tyson?
Yeah,
Because
Apollo Creed
here's
can
the
punch
thing:
200
Apollo Creed is
Hey.
based off Muhammad Ali, and Muhammad Ali is the one person Mike Tyson said he couldn't beat. So if Mike Tyson's the second greatest boxer of all time, Apollo Creed is technically the best. So I don't know. Little Mac might not be able to scale at him.
I want to tell you guys something. Little Mac, Apollo Creed can punch with a power of 2,150 psi. That was literally in the film. That is 4 times stronger than able to destroy a human skull.
Oh, Apollo Creed or Little Mac?
Apollo Creed.
Holy shit!
Okay.
I think Apollo Creed wins the boxing match with that information.
Yeah, at that point.
Because you saw the first Punch Out. Because if you guys don't know, in the newest game, the Punch Out game, Little Mac beat a guy who can punch a fucking bolt into the clouds.
Yeah,
that
more
is
silly.
than punching.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that is
Punch
silly.
Out. That is a famous death battle for a reason.
If you're going off the like the first Punch Out game, I'm not familiar with the Punch Out game, so
It's an arcade game.
I've never even heard of it.
It's like one of the more popular games. The final guy is Mike Tyson.
Everyone is literally analyzed that to death, so I don't even know why it's not even an argument.
But wait. The other important fact is Apollo Creed is based off Muhammad Ali, right?
Yes, he's supposed to be Muhammad Ali.
The thing about Muhammad Ali is he's also not a tank. He's a kind of more of a dodger, from what I remember.
Well, he's both. That's the beautiful thing about Muhammad Ali. He is both. That doesn't happen. He's a tank who can also move, float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. He can move like a small guy and hit like a big guy.
Yeah,
they don't make him like him.
That's what I mean. It's like because he's agile and he's both.
Yeah.
And he's able to take a hit, and
there's a reason Mike Tyson said he's the only guy I couldn't beat in my prime. Like Mike Tyson is a bad motherfucker, but like Muhammad Ali's better.
Also, Apollo Creed does beat Rocky, so.
Well, the first time. The second time, Rocky beats him.
We don't know what happened the third time.
Because
I've only seen the first 2 films, but
it's insane because Rocky can take a punch from a guy who can destroy the skull 4 times over.
Also, Rocky beat the guy who killed Apollo Creed, so there's that too.
Yeah, but Rocky did that after like a lengthy, like very, very impressive training sequence.
I'm just saying, well, we might get there later because
if you go to
Rocky might appear on this list, but for now, Apollo Creed versus Little Mac.
Okay, yeah, I vote Apollo.
I vote Apollo as well.
Yeah, because if you go for like if you just nerf the shit out of like with Little Mac, because like Apollo fight Rocky and Rocky even fight a guy who can like punch with 2,150 psi. It was like fuck me, because if we're using the first Little Mac game.
Yeah, because if we were using Smash Bros. Little Mac, I would have put him way higher. Because shit, he can like turn his fists and like fiery punches that like go across the screen.
If you give him all the latest Punch Out game, he'll win as well. It's so easy.
Because that's why I specifically went with first Punch Out, where he's just a normal boxer. He's really good.
I think if he's with the caveat of the first Punch Out game, it's Apollo. If you're talking about Lil Mac overall, well, it's just not a fair fight. Little Mac.
Well, remember this was just round 1. Now they're in the desert in their underwear with a revolver.
Well,
you think he's a better shot?
No, I feel like both of them would throw down the guns and like fight again.
Well, then they just Apollo Creed would just win again.
I don't know Lil Mac's personality, but I can also see Apollo also like having used a gun before.
Well, if assuming they go for
Wow.
a fist fight, yeah, Rangi's racially
Oh no
profiling.
no!
I agree.
The third movie goes
Wait,
into his
are we past
background.
10
He was
minutes?
in like no. The third movie goes into his background. He was like he was actually like a kid from the hood that got saved by boxing, from what I
Oh,
remember.
yeah, that did happen.
Oh
Yeah,
shit.
I think he
That's
either just shoots Little Mac dead, or he just beats him in a fist fight again. So I think Apollo just
Yeah.
sweeps, honestly.
Yeah, I think Apollo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Apollo for sure.
I mean,
You,
the
you
thing
agree,
is like
Lulu?
yeah.
You go on, Unity.
Yeah, I think because like the first round, yeah, and the second round, Little Mac never used a gun before, and he has more experience. And the third round, let's be real, Punch Out only allows you for 3 rounds, and when it comes to Rocky Fist, Apollo has lost more than 3 rounds.
Yeah. So I think it's a Apollo sweep all the way. All right, Lulu, you ready for the next ones?
Yeah.
All right. Rocky Balboa
Okay.
versus Randy Marsh.
Randy Marsh.
Yeah, from South Park. I'm sorry, I thought this was America.
There must be some insane explanation for this.
Randy does the Rocky training in South Park.
He does.
Yes.
Randy Marsh.
The picture I sent you is him in the Rocky like training uniform.
Oh, Randy Marsh. Oh.
You know
Oh,
the
that is-
episode. I'm sorry, I thought this was America. That's him like in his Rocky arc. Like that's like he's fighting baseball dads throughout the thing, and then he has to fight Bat Dad at the end. And the train in the fight Bat Dad, he does the Rocky training, but like funnier.
I'm going through like fucking. I need to look at what Randy Marsh.
Oh my god, he's so big. Damn.
That's not what he looked like in his OnlyFans.
Whoa.
He has an OnlyFans in an episode. It's really funny.
Let's see, what can he do? He's stronger than. Fuck me! I need to calculate the numbers.
Also, we will be factoring in like some crazy Randy feats, but like we're not gonna do like the most ridiculous ones because like to keep it fair, we're not gonna give the cartoon characters like full cartoon power.
I was gonna say, I think what happens, because Randy's like stronger feats are tied to narrative. I think Randy loses the second fight, but he or the first fight, but he comes back stronger in the second or third fight, only to lose again.
Yeah, I think he does just shoot Rocky dead. Like people know how to use.
I think he wins. He definitely wins the second because like.
Also, Randy in his underwear is just a different beast as well. He gets like a power
True,
up. So like
it's weird because like Randy can destroy walls and stuff. I was like, oh, Rocky can be the person who can destroy a skull 4 times over, and he can outrun a car.
Yeah, Rocky is like a super soldier essentially.
Rocky's like physical feats are insane.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he once fought Hulk Hogan. Fuck me.
That was funny.
Yeah, and then because I look at what can this Randy can do, apparently he can destroy a bathroom wall. I was like, fuck.
I can also do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think. But here's the thing: I think Rocky can outlast Randy because with his stamina.
Yeah,
I was gonna say, I think Rocky knocks him out. To be honest,
I think he wins round 1. I think he just blitzes him, takes the shit out of him.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like Randy comes in. He does like the comedic thing, like, "Oh yeah, you think you're tough. You think you're tough," and then he just gets one shot.
And Rocky just shatters his skull with his insane PSI.
Yeah.
Then I think Randy, I think you were right that he would probably win in the gunfight.
Randy.
Because,
as long as he can hit, that's the only question.
Well, he lives like his brother-in-law is a hunter, so like they probably go hunting together pretty regularly.
Yeah.
I think there actually is an episode where they go hunting together, but I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, and I, while Rocky is like a former like Chicago thug in the 70s, I don't think he like was
Well, he's
actually
Philly,
dodging
right?
bullets much.
He was Philly born and
Yeah, it
raised,
was
right?
Philly. It was in Chicago. My brain messed up there. I just assume
he's
all
not Al
shitty looking
Capone.
cities are Chicago.
Yes,
And
South Park. Yeah.
then knife fight. Who wins the knife fight?
Hmm.
I think Rocky.
Randy has
Well,
I think Rocky gets his arm thing
the real
and then
question
beats him to
is
shit.
if Randy can beat uh Rocky while using a knife while Rocky's unarmed, because I feel like Rocky just drops the knife and just goes to town.
I think that's the thing. I think he's just too fast. Where he just like, even though he drops a knife, I don't think that knife's gonna do much to protect Randy. I think he's just gonna blitzkrieg him, and then next thing you know, his skull crashed again. He's just gonna shatter his skull a second time.
I think at best Randy gets like a gut shot with the knife as his skull shatters.
Yeah,
It's weird because I was like, Randy, what can Randy do? How fast is Randy? I think his son can like dodge explosions, I guess.
Yeah,
Like-
yeah. Well, it's a case of you. The problem with Randy is he's a cartoon character, and so like his physical capabilities, sometimes he's knocked out by really easy things, and sometimes he's like absurdly powerful. So it's
yeah.
like
I mean, like
it's
that's the
not-
thing.
Yeah,
That's the
but
problem with cartoon characters is, especially like sitcom ones, like South Park, is like narrative will completely power scale them differently. That's why we're trying to go off of like including some of the more realistic feats, but like excluding like the crazy ones. Like we weren't going to give Eric Cartman like Bugs Bunny powers because he used it in one episode out of like 3,000.
Yeah, that is it. Because I think it's like even without the knife, I can Rock can just kill him without needing any weapons.
Yeah,
And he's also way too fast.
And now he's bare knuckled. I think his fist might just go through his face.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think.
Oh
To be
yeah.
honest, I think he's
Mortal Kombat
I'm looking at
fatality
the
to
Rocky
Randy.
4 training montage just as a reference, and I'm like, oh, yeah, Randy can't do half this shit.
I think Randy like makes the egg thing in South Park, and then he just turns it into an omelet, sits down, grabs a beer, and starts watching TV for his training.
Yes. Yeah, like this is obviously one of the funnier ones.
Yeah.
But it really does come down to it's 2 out of 3, and if Randy misses that shot in round 2, he's dead.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I think we're good with Rocky winning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rocky.
Also, Lulu, any update on Travis's internet
No.
or headsets? That sucks.
That is unfortunate.
Yeah, because he brings a chaotic energy to it, which was much appreciated.
Yeah. What the
All
next?
right.
Yeah. I think we have enough people though to like.
Yeah.
What's the next challenger?
Yeah. Oh, for
Yeah.
sure. And his phone doesn't have internet connection either. It wasn't just his computer.
I don't know. He
No.
just said his internet kept going out.
His
Yeah, that's
internet
like-
lives in another goes to another school.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, this is gonna be a battle for the ages.
Oh,
Ready?
no.
Homer Simpson versus Peter Griffin.
Wait, Homer
hmm.
Simpson versus Peter Griffin?
Yes.
I think Peter. The chicken fights alone.
True.
Jesus. It's
Mm,
weird because it's so weird because that was also a famous death battle.
yeah,
I bet
I
it
don't
was, yeah.
I don't watch a lot of Death Battle. I've seen like 10 maybe. I do enjoy them, but like it's just funny that like I didn't intend for these to be like actually ripping off Death Battle. That was just the inspiration for this.
Well, it's a series that's been going
Yeah.
for like 5 to 10 years. So
It's literally like The Simpsons did it. Like they've been doing it for so
Yeah.
long that like there's
That's
no
true.
way.
Simpsons did it.
Yeah, but
Simpsons did it. Oh,
Yeah.
that's a great episode.
I do think Peter wins in the boxing match.
Homer's skull is like insanely dense though.
That's true, but is it?
Yeah.
But I feel like Peter would probably hit him in more places than the skull.
I feel like Peter gets violent more often than Homer does in terms of like
Yeah, he
actually throwing
does.
punches.
The only thing Homer really does is strangle his son.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I haven't watched both shows. I still have no idea.
It's only for specific episodes that Homer like gets into fights or anything, whereas like Peter will randomly get into fights pretty like intermittently. So
Yeah.
it's more
Like I
consistent.
said, the chicken fight thing was like a gimmick for a while.
Oh yeah.
Hmm. Well, I think they actually do have Homer
Yeah.
and Peter fight in the crossover episode.
They do fight. Who wins?
I don't remember.
Well, it should be fucking
You know
Peter.
what? Let me just skip to you.
Though
Yeah,
they probably had him fucking tie.
I'm pretty sure they take a break to drink gasoline.
That doesn't surprise me.
They're like, we need fuel, and then they start drinking gasoline or something.
Okay, you know what? Let's just skip to the end so you can see who wins.
well, this is a funny thing. The second round, it's
The
like
first-
I feel like it could be either one of them in the second round.
Are guns even allowed in Rhode Island?
Probably.
The Northeast is pretty strict with gun laws. Unless you get way
yeah,
up north, like Maine.
I was
Homer
gonna say,
Homer can live in any state, so we can just give him a state with no gun laws, so he has a gun.
Oh, Jesus. I mean,
Only state
actually,
Homer
I think-
can't live in is Alaska because he moves there in the movie. So any of the other 49
Yeah.
states are free game.
I mean, this
Well,
is
it
a
can't
really
be
Or
cool-
Hawaii. He's not in Hawaii either, so he's somewhere in continental
No,
US.
there
48
isn't a
states.
Springfield in Hawaii. I'm sorry.
There is or isn't.
I said there isn't. Well, there's.
Yeah, but also it wouldn't make sense for the show for him to be in Hawaii because they do road trips and stuff. But like he could be anywhere in continental US, so that's 48 states.
Yeah, that's
to
what I
choose from.
mean. That's more what I mean. It's like you'd know if he was in Hawaii.
Yeah, and Alaska would probably be pretty obvious too. But they confirmed he didn't live there when they moved there in the movie. They probably
He
picked it out on
probably,
purpose because that's the one state they could have him drive to where it's like without ruining the gag that Homer could
I
be in
think
any
it's
state.
generally accepted that they're somewhere in like somewhere in the middle because they're not on
Well,
the
Yeah.
coast.
if you go for like
Midwest.
earlier seasons, that you can actually start to piece it together what state they have in mind. But then the writers actually learned that people were like figuring it out, so they started like throwing contradictory evidence out there to ruin like fun. It's like
Well, there was
they
the one
actually
episode
can't wait.
where like
Wait,
What?
they have like
Homer?
the 6 different state borders or some shit. So
Are you talking
Yeah.
about Homer?
Yeah,
Doesn't he live in Illinois?
Well, that's what people suspected, but then, or I think one of the more popular theories, somewhere in the Midwest is where they think he lives. I'm pretty sure, but like they started to like throw like wrenches in the theories by purposely giving information that contradicts that to just make it more vague where he lives.
Okay.
Yeah, they go out of their way to like avoid that. To
obfuscate.
avoid identifying it. Yeah. So that's the thing though. I don't know if gun laws just like work for like
Also-
because both of them have used guns to like an
Yeah,
insane
that's the thing.
degree.
They both have before.
Yeah.
So
It just depends, I guess, which one of them is more likely to see the other first, and
Also, I think at this point it's fair to say we're probably not going to do all 3 tournaments. I think that's not going to happen.
oh,
we might not even
I
do 2.
figured, yeah.
Yeah.
I will say, I think Peter's got it in general out of the 3. He's at least getting 2.
Yeah, I think he probably wins at least 2 of the 3.
Yeah, I don't
He's a
think
bigger dude as well. That gives him that gives him an advantage in boxing. I think he's killed people where Homer hasn't. At least
Oh, totally.
Homer's unintentionally killed people, but I don't think he's ever intentionally
No,
murdered people.
it's
Peter has
different vibes for the shows,
Yeah.
you know.
I think so I think Peter's got that killer mentality. Plus, he's a bigger dude. I think he wins all 3 rounds.
Got an eye, it's like a doll's eye.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
Yeah, I
tough.
think I think that's fair. I think Peter has it. Yeah.
Do you agree, Lulu?
Peter.
Unity?
That Peter wins like overall.
Yeah.
I guess, yeah.
Maybe I have no idea because I've never seen both shows. So I just go for if the word is true, then yeah, Peter.
Yeah, I think it's just the fact that like Peter Griffin has killed people it gives him the biggest edge of all.
Yeah.
The
I'll
edges.
say Peter. I'll say Peter.
He's not only just killed people, he's beaten people to death. That's why
Yeah,
I think he
true,
just
He just gets in fights more often. That's just something that happens, you know.
Yeah. Because I'm trying to think there ever really is like. I guess the only time Homer would like fight someone's like maybe Sideshow Bob. That's more of Bart's villain though.
Or like a gag episode when he's like pretending to be a robot, right? Where he gets beat up is the joke.
Well, he there is a boxing episode where he's like a really good boxer. He is not because he has good form or anything. It's just that like the people fighting him wear themselves out, and then he just like throws one punch and wins because they're just like
Um,
about to fall over because his skull is so dense that he just gets hit in the face like 1,000 times.
but
The other person just like passes out.
I think Peter just just throws him off the edge then.
Oh, that's right. They are 100 feet in the air. That's like the first time we actually had to use that rule. I added that for a reason. And that's because I don't. It would take Peter forever to like actually crack Homer's skull, but like the fact he can just pick him up because he's bigger and then throw him off the edge.
And that would almost be the joke. I feel like the joke would be like Peter like beats him, he's almost exhausted, and then he realizes he can just throw him over the edge.
Yeah, probably. Peter would be like, "Wait a minute, I can just throw him over." Look at this, Lois.
It would just be
just like that time when Raven team
I
leader appeared
was
in my
gonna
Just like
say-
this
I was
time I
gonna-
was on the Twin Towers with George Bush.
oh.
Tomorrow, you're not going to believe what's happening here.
It's funny.
Yeah,
All
Peter,
right.
don't show up tomorrow.
Don't show up to work tomorrow.
Some of you
George
guys
Bush.
are all right. Don't show up to the Twin
Sincerely,
Towers
George
tomorrow.
Bush.
Oh.
All right.
Oh, did it happen again?
Next up is Akira Tendo versus J. Jonah Jameson.
What?
What's Akira Tendo?
He's
First
from
question.
Zom 100. It's a zombie apocalypse show.
Yeah,
and he's a
yeah,
rugby player.
it's kind of like the unofficial mascot of our show.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in the
Oh,
thumbnail.
no. Look, Akira dominates. I'm sorry.
Actually,
The-
well,
the
round
physical
two.
feats we've
Round
seen
two.
Akira
Does Akira
do.
know how to shoot a gun?
Wait, who was the other person?
Hey, Jonah Jameson.
So-
fucking
so-
course.
Wait.
So
Akira Tendo is a menace.
Yeah, so certain rural areas in like Japan do allow gun use, and I think Akira's might qualify, so he might.
That's true.
Okay, let me just look at it. Let me look at what he said. Oh fuck, J. Jonah Jameson is an army veteran.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
well,
that's
he
true.
might-
Yeah, that's why he really
Yeah, okay.
likes to
Army
build,
veteran versus
his
like
son's
maybe
an
experienced
astronaut, right?
hunter.
And he's proud of him because that's like the stuff he wanted to do.
Okay, let me look up Akira's home province real quick to see if I think Akira loses in the second round. I'm not gonna lie. I doubt he can I think he just loses with the gun. Plus, I feel like Akira would refuse to use the gun to shoot him. He'd try to convince J. Jonah that he's not a
Kill
menace.
himself.
No, to like he'd try to convince J. Jonah to no, we could be friends, I swear.
But there's the narrator in the sky. It's like this only ends when one of you dies.
Yeah.
We're not doing Hunger Games. We're not Hunger Games in this shit. They can't both just make a suicide pact.
That's the joke.
Okay.
No, because I feel like J. Jonah has funded supervillains to defeat Spider-Man. I think J. Jonah is more of a
has,
Yeah,
I
he
think.
and
funded
he's a war
Scorpion,
veteran.
right? Yeah, he funded
Yeah.
Scorpion. Is that the lore?
I think.
Yeah, I believe that's the case.
If
Yeah.
Travis was here, he would know.
Yeah, I really wish he'd be able to come back on it. Well, we're probably gonna. You enjoying this, Lulu? Because we can do this again sometime.
Yeah, we could do a part 2.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
'cause
Yeah,
this
we
is
could
gonna
let-
be fun.
Travis would be a good guest to have, and then obviously Unity and Party back as
Yeah.
well.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but we just have to make sure to wake up the hamster that runs his internet beforehand.
Yeah.
Because I was especially hoping he'd be here for this one because like I put joke matches in every one, but like I put more joke matches in the first one because it's just like lower power levels. It's easier to do it.
Yeah.
But like I was hoping he'd be here for some of these. Like I'm sure he would get a kick out of Rocky versus Randy Marsh and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, round one, Akira just kicks his teeth in. Like he's a rugby player who's
Yeah.
like very athletic, and J. Jonah Jameson is an old man who smokes. So
Yeah.
Bro got lung cancer.
round two, J. Jonah Jameson
Well,
absolutely
wait.
eats Akira's
Wait.
lunch for breakfast because he's an army veteran. So
Yeah. I was gonna say, I feel like what happens is Akira would probably also ring out Jay Jonah, because like that's what he does a lot of the time with.
but yeah,
Like,
you just probably tackle him off the
yeah, like
100-foot,
the
like,
first episode. Yeah, he would just do
yeah.
the same thing he did to his.
he push him
boss.
out the window like he did his boss, or push him over the ropes.
Yeah.
Like he did his boss.
But
Okay.
I think Jay Jonah might take it for the third round.
Yeah, I think he's probably killed people when he was in Nam. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Akira would hesitate too much.
yeah, I think J. Jonah Jameson would be like, "Fuck you, kid.
Yeah.
You're a menace."
Because remember, Akira didn't even kill like any of the guys that were like literally fucking over
Yeah.
up his own.
Now,
throne.
if Akira had his suit, he wins the knife fight easily. But the knife wouldn't be able to penetrate it. However, they're in the Squid Game jumpsuits, so I think it goes to
Oh.
J. Jonah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Because Akira does have a slice-proof superhero suit, but unfortunately, he doesn't get it. GG's Bozo.
Well, plus
Yeah.
Jay Jonah is smart enough to just go for the parts that the other suit doesn't cover.
Also, you're lucky because J. Jonah Jameson also have a suit. It's called the Spider. It's called the Spider Slayer.
Oh,
He
yeah,
has a
if,
superhero? Of course he does. That's hilarious.
yeah, if that's the case, then Akira's just fucked. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he can fight Spider-Man with it.
J. Jonah Jameson would probably like blow like cigar smoke on his corpse once he's done.
True.
Yeah.
He's like, what are some of his meme lines? I'm drawing a blank. He's
You're
fired.
serious?
You're fired. Fired from life. You're fired. He ashes him afterwards.
I can't
Parker,
believe I
get
couldn't
over
see
here.
it.
I need a picture with this corpse.
I was like, I can't believe it. Spider-Man is the hero all along.
I'm just imagining I'm imagining the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man.
Oh, dude, I'm thinking in the
J.
second
Jonah
round.
Jameson.
Sorry, I was just thinking the second round. He's like, my dream's to be a superhero. He's like, superheroes are menaces, and he shoots him in the face.
Another one.
not in my city. Gear's brains. Just
Another mass vigilante.
flew
Not on
over
my
the
watch.
desert. Ugh.
God, I love it.
You're
Yeah, well,
fired.
no.
He fires the gun.
I was gonna say the funny thing about it too is Jay Jonah's view of superheroes is kind of like the way like a lot of like anime superheroes work. Jay Jonah would probably be fine with it because a lot
The
of the
funny
times
thing
they
is,
do work
Jay
with the
Jonah
government.
actually likes most superheroes. He specifically hates Spider-Man. Like he likes the Avengers. He even likes the X-Men. Crazy enough, he just fucking hates Spider-Man and Daredevil. Like those two particularly.
Yeah.
Fuck those guys.
Yeah, because he hates like mass
Maybe he
vigilantes.
watched
Because the
Daredevil
Avengers
Jordan.
are like public record, and the X-Men are kind of like they like keep to themselves mostly. Whereas
Yeah.
like Spider-Man and Daredevil are like swinging over his city, fighting crime unsanctioned. He's like, Spider-Man and Daredevil are menaces.
Yep, and look, to be fair, maybe J. Jonah Jameson watched Daredevil Born Again. Maybe he has a
Yeah,
reason.
maybe
for
he's a
that's
that.
fan
okay.
now.
Yo,
Maybe he's a
based.
fan now.
He's a cuck.
No,
Spider
if he
cuck.
watched Born Again, he was a fan when he watched.
They do
Daredevil.
cuck Spider-Man in the comics with Paul.
Oh
Yeah.
no! Oh no!
No, not the bees.
I forgot about Paul.
Oh, it's like if Spider-Man's life wasn't shitty enough, they had to cuck him. Oh, that's terrible.
Well, that's kind of the
Yay.
joke of Daredevil Spider-Man. They're just not allowed to be happy.
Yeah. At least
Yeah.
Daredevil
Jameson fires Peter
could be like,
Parker
why?
because he lets Mary Jane do OnlyFans.
Oh God.
Ooh.
Have some self-respect, Parker. You're just like
Oh.
iDubbbz.
Okay,
Funny.
next fight.
All right. I'm so sad Travis isn't here for this. I picked this one specifically with Travis in mind. Ready, Lulu? All right, let me send you the pictures. It is Gihan versus Mr. Beast.
Wait, who?
Gihan from Squid Games, the protagonist of Squid Games, versus Mr. Beast.
Okay, well,
fuck
Gihan,
I like where this is
Gihan wins all
going.
three. Gihan wins
Gihan.
all three.
Yeah, I think
Wait,
Gihan is rock.
which Gihan? Are we talking
Yeah,
about the geeked one or the locked in one?
I sent you the picture of which Gihan I'm talking about.
Wait, Mr. Beast.
Oh,
He's from America. He knows how to use a
the
gun.
locked in
Yeah, locked
Gihan.
in Gihan versus Mr. Beast.
From we play no games.
I don't know
I've
though.
played these
because
games before. He's in Mr. Beast games. I've played these games.
Gihan won all three rounds easily.
Yeah, I think I don't think it's any contest. I think he just you got to put the pictures on first for the screen for the
Yeah,
audience.
sorry, I have to convert a
wait, though, this is the question. Did Gihan have to eat lunch leaves beforehand? That's the question.
Forget that reference.
That's Mr. Beast's like Lunchables. Has like the mold in it.
Yeah, I mean this Mr. Beast is like the dumbest person on the internet now because he was like, "Oh shit, I'm sorry, I have to wait. Why the fuck are you complaining about like my lunch leaf has mold? You're the person who has mold." Like some shit.
All right. Well, I have to use the restroom, so continue just shit talking Mr. Beast.
I don't know enough
fuck
about
that
that.
guy.
I don't know enough about his response, but I just look. Let's be honest. He's like a random like rich guy from what was it, Connecticut or something, like
North Carolina.
Yeah, he doesn't look physically. I'm sorry, I don't think this guy could take a punch.
Nope. I mean, have you guys seen Beast games?
No.
I have not.
No, this guy is like the dumbest person when it comes to using money. He went way over budget, and he still like builds a fucking city, rented an island, gifted an island, like give like $10 million to people, and then he was like, and then what are the games? Oh, basically the games are basically bribing people. It was like if you get if you take my money.
That's a
Mr.
question.
Beast.
Do they offer just Gihan an absurd amount of money to just jump off in the 5th round?
No, he was because Mr. Beast actually gave like if I give you $1 million, you can leave the game or you can continue. Those are the games.
Yeah, that's absurd. If true, but like, yeah, the thing about it is, I just don't believe that Mr. Beast can like take a punch. Like, I look at that picture and I'm just like, this is a man who's never been in a fight before.
Hey, I mean, he did
growing
start
up in,
working out recently.
I want to say he's like from South Carolina or something. He's probably shot a gun before, but yeah, I think he still doesn't win 2 out of 3. So
Well, Gihan is specifically training with guns.
Yeah,
so he wins round
right.
2.
Well,
Round 1,
Have you guys?
he's a shit in, and then round 3, I don't know. He usually wins by the other guy stabbing themselves.
Yeah.
So.
I was gonna say though, the thing I brought up was in round 1, does Mr. Beast not just say, "I'll just take care of your entire family forever if you jump off"?
Gihan's a billionaire or multimillionaire by this point.
Yeah, it's
okay. Well, if it's season 2, I guess. Wait, what?
Yeah,
if Mr. Beast probably shows up at the thing, he might just be like, I'll just stop the Squid Game.
Mr. Beast is one of the VIPs.
Yeah, Mr. Beast is
probably.
poorly dubbed American.
Yeah, he was like, "Hey, I'll give you I'll take you $10 billion as long as you quit the game. I'll give you $10 billion."
And he wears a
Gihan's like, "Fuck
golden.
your money."
He wears like a
Yeah.
golden Mr. Beast mask with like the stupid little lightning bolt eye.
I was like, oh, do you love the number 69? I want the people who want 96 to win.
Mr. Beast would put all his money on 420.
No,
You,
I'm got bad you. He's got built like a fucking. He's got built Mars, and the only thing he's done with Mars, it's like, oh, I wanted to just be displayed in a museum.
Yeah,
yeah,
Gihan
I don't
kicks
think
his teeth
Mr.
in
Beast
round
has
one.
that killer instinct. I don't think he has.
Gihan
that
snipes him
determination.
from like 100 yards away in round 2, and then Gihan just utterly fucks him up in round 3. This is his element. He is the winner of the Squid Games.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
No, yeah,
yeah.
Gihan
It's
clears.
over for
Yeah.
Mr. Beast.
it's
Mr.
Soju over
Beast.
Mr. Beast.
I was
All
like,
right,
oh,
so
hello.
that was the Sweet 16. Now we're on to the Elite 8. So winners will now have to
Ooh.
start fighting each other. This is where it gets interesting. So
Oh,
the next
yeah.
round is, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's Dexter versus Hannibal Lecter.
Oh, I
Fuck
like
yourself.
this.
But
Yeah.
Oh
is-
shit, yo.
this would be the funny thing is this would be basically just like a final boss battle for like a season finale.
For a season of
Dexter.
Dexter, yeah.
It's like literally like the Sith having to fight their apprentice. It's like
Yeah.
it's like Hannibal Lecter was the inspiration for the people who made Dexter. So it's like, you've come to destroy me.
Well,
I knew this day would come.
the unfortunate thing is I do actually think Dexter sweeps.
Well, because it's
Yeah, I think
basically
it's
just younger, it's just younger Hannibal. It's just
Yeah.
everything. I can do everything you can do, but better. It's the Peacemaker meme.
I think Hannibal might have a chance in the second round, but I think otherwise he just.
Oh yeah, no, round 2 I think actually does go to Hannibal because you said Dexter like hates guns, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So round 2 would
Hannibal
go to
would
Hannibal
probably
because
use it,
Hannibal
yeah.
probably doesn't have as much as an objection to using them. He just doesn't particularly use them. But yeah, round 1 and 3, I think Dexter just because Dexter's physically stronger, so he's
Yeah.
easily gonna win round 1.
If it-
Round 1,
I would actually
100%
say
Dexter.
if it was TV show Hannibal, I would actually say he probably would win over Dexter. But we're talking about
Yeah, but that's
like
just
OG Hannibal, then yeah.
Yeah, OG Hannibal. This is fucking
Yeah.
Hannibal.
yeah.
Oh, by the way, I want to.
Hannibal was
His name,
absurd.
Anthony Hopkins, right? Yeah, it's Anthony Hopkins.
Yeah.
Hannibal.
I remember because I wrote the entire bio when it comes to the TV show Hannibal, so that I know that every single insane thing Hannibal can do in the fucking TV show, and that was insane. What I discovered. Like,
Go ahead,
because I actually put it's in my DeviantArt page.
He-
Good lord.
Whoa.
Travis said Jihan solos all on God, and then Granola said Jihan versus Chicken Jockey.
Damn, you're right.
Yeah, yeah,
I don't know
yeah.
if we can. I don't know if we can take him.
I need to find my bio when it comes to Hannibal Lecter.
Could Gihan take on Sephiroth?
Wait a minute.
Sephiroth?
You forgot a round winner, Iron. Who wins, Dexter or me?
Oh yeah. I think you win round 2, Rangi, but Dexter wins round 1 and 3.
Yeah, he said
That's
kill
fair.
you.
I don't know. I think I can box it. I think I can win it in the boxing match.
I don't know.
I think
Dexter's pretty physically fit.
Yeah, but I have determination.
Dexter has determination to kill people. And not
Determination?
get
What are you,
caught.
an Undertale character? What the fuck?
Yo, I thought the same thing.
But
Holy shit.
have you
power of
considered that
determination.
I have the power of friendship? Wait, shit, it's solo. It's a 1v1.
You have the power of God and anime on your side, Rangi.
Yeah, yeah.
I do. Look, I sweep, obviously. No, I'd fucking die. I'd die in 2 out of 3.
Yeah, I
might
think you
have
do
a
win
chance
round
of-
2 though.
Yeah,
If you don't miss, I think you
if I
win.
can hit him, if I can
Yeah.
hit him, if
Yeah.
he
If you
catches
miss,
me off
he
guard,
kills
I'm
you.
dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, if he catches me off guard or I miss, I'm dead. But if I
Yeah.
can hit him, I win.
But yeah,
Alright, so who's
so
next?
round 3 is what decides it because Dexter wins round 1, Hannibal wins round 2. Who's winning in a knife fight?
Oh, I still think Dexter.
You still think Dexter?
Yeah, that's
Dexter.
It's
but you, by the way,
it's experience versus physical capability. It's a tough one, but I think Dexter ekes it out.
Dexter,
Yeah, I
because
think
have you guys seen
being
the fight?
faster and younger.
Yeah, have you guys seen like what's the prequel to Silence of the Lamb? I forgot the Red Dragon.
Yeah, yeah.
Fucking like Hannibal's lost so easily to Edward Norton is insane. Edward Norton just beats the shit out of him like in close range.
Well, yeah,
And
because
so yeah,
Hannibal's
it's
like a
actually Dexter.
manipulator. His whole thing would he's kind of unsuited to most of these fights. Yeah.
Hannibal.
Yeah, because Hannibal's thing is he's a manipulator. He takes people off guard.
Well,
And I
round
feel like
3,
Dexter-
he's got a pretty good advantage because he's pretty good with knives.
They both are.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, they both are though. That's the problem, and then
Yeah.
it just comes down to experience versus age.
Youthful vitality.
Yeah, youth versus experience, and I think when it comes to that fight, I'm sorry, Dexter probably wins.
Yeah. Who's next? Who's next?
All right. Next up is Mike Ehrmantraut versus Apollo Creed. Did I get that right, party?
Oh no.
Yes.
I think we know
yes,
who's
you
winning
did.
this.
Apollo.
Yeah. Well, round 2 goes to Mike for sure.
The gun,
That
yeah.
goes to Mike, but round 1, like, I'm sorry.
Round
like,
1, Apollo, I think just shoves his fist through his face.
I was gonna say, Apollo is like fucking.
He's just gonna like. He's just gonna fucking like punch him off the arena.
He's gonna make a show out of it too.
Oh yeah, he'll be like, "Oh, I'm so pretty, I'm so fast." He'd be wearing his little Uncle Sam hat.
Three is when it gets interesting, though.
Yeah, because 1 is easy, Apollo Creed. 2 is easy, Mike Ehrmantraut. But 3, giving Mike a knife changes things a lot because he knows how to use that thing.
Right.
Yeah. At the same time, it's like boxers punch really fast, so he might actually be able to punch.
Basically, Mike's got one shot. He has to land the first hit, and it has to disorient Apollo and be like fatal. Because if he doesn't, Apollo wins. So I think Mike can win. I think Mike can win. I just think Apollo wins like 7 or 8 out of 10 times. It's too fast.
Yeah, because like boxers' punching speed is like they're insanely well trained. They can punch like 50 meters per second.
Yeah, like boxing's no joke. You just drop the knife, blitzkrieg. Mike has to like land a fatal blow before Apollo can hit him, and it's just like he's got a very slim margin of opportunity with a lot of room for error. I think he only wins 1 or 2 out of 10 fights. What about you guys, Lulu, party? What do you think? Or knife fight? Mike or Apollo in the knife fight?
I don't know. Probably, yeah. I feel like the only thing Mike is winning is the gunfight. I'd say Apollo.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree. What about you, party?
Yeah, it's close with the knife, but I
don't think Apollo would, because the whole thing with Rocky was like Apollo was going in there kind of underestimating him, but he still whoops ass. Like he's not like holding back as much as like.
Yeah, and once he sees Mike with a knife, he's not gonna like. He might toy with him in the boxing match. He's gonna get his head blown off in the gunfight, but like in the knife fight, he's gonna be ready to beat the shit out of him because the dude's got a weapon.
Yeah. I think it's Apollo because it's like all Apollo need to do is just land one hit and he's done. I mean Mike too, but it's like Apollo is like a boxer, so he's well trained to just take a hit.
And also, I just think Apollo has like the reflexes to like. Apollo's in like really good shape. He's not.
Yeah, that's the thing too. Like that's why I said like he doesn't have a lot of wiggle room to hit Apollo because Apollo could dodge, and once he dodges, it's over. Like if he dodges, he's just gonna counter and kill him or knock him out, which same difference.
Yeah, and I feel like the knife removes any like chance of him to take Apollo off guard, dude. That's the big thing.
Yeah, because his guard will be up as soon as he sees the knife. Also, Lulu, I just realized that me and you are like doing like opposite poses. That's really funny.
Oh yeah.
Would have
They're
been
just
funnier
both
if you
like,
guys were on opposite side of the screen.
it's kind of funny having us on the same side too. We're just
Yeah.
both staring.
Yeah.
You're
Lulu
tired
just
of our
looks a little bit more
shenanigans.
bored than me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, you also have parties staring in the wrong direction right now.
he's staring the fight behind him. He's just staring off into the distance. His Vietnam flashbacks are acting up.
There we go. Fixed it.
See, Unity doesn't have a face, so you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
Yep.
But all right. So Mike Trout wins. It is shoot.
Yep.
Oh, sorry. Apollo Creed wins.
I was gonna say, wait, what?
Wait a minute.
Yeah, Apollo wins. Mike's just look, they just caught up with him. I don't think.
Yeah. Who next? Who next?
All right. So next up is it is Rocky versus Peter Griffin.
Rocky.
Yeah, I think
The
Rocky
first round is, I was gonna say the first round it's obviously Rocky. The second
Yeah.
round, I'm sorry, Stallone, you're gonna get your head blown off.
Yeah, Peter shoots him dead. But round 3, I think, goes back to Rocky again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah.
Let's give Lulu a little time to put the pictures up.
I'm gonna go get a drink real quick.
All right.
Yeah. Let's.
The funny.
I mean,
that.
is there any way Peter with a knife makes any difference?
No.
No,
It's
not.
gonna be like-
If he was against, like, if it was Peter against Mike, for example, I think Peter might have a chance, actually.
Dude, the contrast of those two pictures is just so funny.
Yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Has Peter ever used like a knife really in the show? I'm trying to remember.
Certain he has.
I don't know. He's got to be like. Let me look at it.
Yeah, because I mean, even if he has in the show, I think Rocky's just too good.
Knife.
But yeah, it's like I don't think I think maybe 1 out of 10 times Peter could just land a lucky blow, but Rocky's kicking his shit in 90% of the time at least.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rocky is gonna kill him.
Yeah, he's gonna just shatter his cartoon face with his bare knuckles. Peter's just gonna. Oh, it's when he falls down the stairs, he's lying there in a clump. It's just gonna be him after he kicks his face in the fucking Squid Game arena. He's just gonna be laying there bleeding to death. But yeah, we'll wait for Rangi to come back. But what's been your guys' favorite fight so far?
I don't know. I think Hannibal versus Cartman was pretty funny.
Yeah, that might be my favorite too. I really enjoyed that one.
That is God. I could not believe you actually pulled that. Was like, good lord. I have no idea.
Yeah, I got pretty creative with some of these. There's gonna be, if we have time, there's one, and I think we can do 2 tournaments because there's only a few matches left in this one, but we're not gonna have time for 3. But there's a couple of really funny ones in the next one.
I think we
Yeah,
should just
because
save
when
the second one for another stream.
Save it for another day.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
That's
when I
fair.
heard it's when I heard ground level, I thought it's gonna talk about Ethan Hunt versus James Bond or something, and then I just look at it, I was like, oh, that is really grounded.
Yeah, like I said, I started literally just people who know how to throw a punch. That's my base level.
Yeah. Oh god, you guys will love the next death battle.
Yeah, the next one's gonna, the next one where it starts to get pretty tough because there's a couple tough ones in here, but the next one it's I did this one more so on the jokier side just to start off funny, but the next one, other than a couple pretty funny fights, is mostly ooh, that's a tough one.
Yep. There's still a few. Yeah, I mean, the new Death Battle will be on
I'm back.
Sunday. I'm gonna watch it. And,
Nice.
I'm
and
back.
if
Sorry
Death,
about that.
Oh, good.
oh,
All right.
but
Yeah, go on.
think about who will win between Rangi and Doomslayer?
Rangi and Doomslayer.
Yeah, who's
I
gonna
think
win?
Well,
Rangi wins.
obvious. That depends. Are we talking about me or my avatar?
You.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm sorry,
I
Rangi.
die
You're
horribly.
getting
violently.
split in half with fucking
I'm getting
Doomslayer's
beat
bare
to death
hands.
with my own spine.
Yeah.
Yeah. You gotta be like, oh, chainsaw to your mouth and just eat chainsaw, you motherfucker. You're like, oh.
All right, so Rocky wins, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Also, Party, what was your favorite match? I didn't get it.
Hmm. I did enjoy some of the stuff surrounding I kind of liked Homer and Peter.
That's a good one. Yeah.
That one is a fun one.
What about you, Unity?
Probably the one that I never expected.
What,
Hannibal
Hannibal
versus
after Cartman? Yeah, that
Cartman.
was my
Hannibal
favorite
versus
too.
Cartman.
I really
But
enjoyed
Hannibal
that
versus
one.
Cartman is really fun because it's kind of
Yeah.
like it's closer than you'd think. Yeah.
Yeah, it's closer than you think. You would never expect it, but like once it's like on paper, it's like, oh my god, this is actually like a match made in heaven. Like they are so similar in like psychology and and physical ability.
Well, they're
Oh,
similar in psychology, but also like their approach to it is opposite.
Oh yeah, and it's very different, and like it's very different settings. One's like a super serious like thriller. The other is like a cartoon sitcom, but they're like still kind of the same character archetype, just two very totally different situations.
Yep.
yeah, funny because that's
Right.
how most Death Battle works. It's like, oh, you never expected that would work. It was like, oh, and then you put it together. It's like that's actually really close. And then somehow it's like, oh, that's really cool matchup. And then the more you look into it, it was like, oh no, one side beat the shit out of the other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I watched a couple of the newer ones, and then like I watched mostly back in the day their older stuff, like their very original stuff.
Yeah. Unity and I oftentimes will watch them together because we hang out a lot. So
Yeah.
All right,
I mean, the next one will be Sundays.
next up, Gihan versus J. Jonah Jameson.
versus J. Jonah.
This is a
That-
matchup you never would have imagined.
Jesus.
The
I
funny
mean-
thing is, I think that J. Jonah might surprise us. J. Jonah always gave me the vibe of somebody who does like box in his free time. That's the thing.
And it's like,
Like
and then Jay Jonah was like, yeah.
What? Where's the? Oh, there it is. Okay.
And Jay Jonah was like, give me a smile, you fucking Gihan. I want some more pictures.
I mean,
No,
he pulls
fuck
up
this.
he
Shut
pulls
up,
up the
stupid.
season 1 smiling picture. He's like, "What happened to this guy?"
I think
Yeah.
Jameson's getting absolutely demolished like all 3 rounds.
not well. I don't. Jameson has like actual military experience.
Yeah,
so I
round
think he
2
at
is
least
going to be
wins the
close.
second.
Round 2 is going to be very close.
No,
Round 3
you guys-
Gihan wins. Gihan wins round 3. That's his element.
because if you guys seen like Squid Game season 2, he actually used machine guns. I was like, fuck.
Uh,
He
Yeah,
knows-
he trained
he
his
knows
handguns
how-
too. Yeah. So round 2,
I-
we
that
can go
game
back.
says first we death, then we battle.
Who said that?
It's Sty Gabe. That's a regular person for Unity's.
Oh, that is really funny. But yeah, I think the only given is round 3 Gihan stomps J. Jonah Jameson. It's in the
Yeah.
Squid Game with the Squid Game like mentality. He's got the knife. I think he wins. But round 2 and 1 is gonna be trickier.
Yep. Because I don't know if Gihan is that particularly good of a fist fighter either. He's smaller. J. Jonah Jameson is like he is like the type of person I can just imagine to box in his like free
Yeah.
time.
I think we go backwards for this one. So Gihan won round 3. Who do you think wins round 2?
I think Gihan because like he he's like younger, he has more experience with guns. Even though,
Oh.
like, okay, J. Jonah Jameson has experience, but it's like that's
He was in the military.
still like a long, that's still like some time ago.
Yeah, that was a long
Yeah, that
time
was.
ago.
Yeah, Gihan's
No,
like
I
recently
can believe this
trained.
guy goes to. I can believe J. Jonah Jameson goes to the range every other week.
What gun range in New York City? It's like impossible.
Well,
to
no,
own a gun in New York
they'll
City.
have ranges.
They do.
Well,
Really?
that's
They're
the
indoors.
question though.
It's
What
like my
era
dad.
of J.
My dad
Jonah
owns a
Jameson
gun.
is this?
Like New York City is like one of the only places he's not allowed to bring it. It's like they have like their own special gun laws. I guess J. Jonah Jameson would be wealthy and prominent enough to pretty easily get one.
I mean, I
Yeah.
could believe he'd go to upstate New York and go to like a fucking range every now and then.
Yeah, that's true.
Well,
I don't know if that's canon though.
Well, also Gihan has been actively shown to
Right,
be.
right, yeah.
Yeah, so I think since he's
well,
just like
I don't know
more.
though, because what level of like practice could Gihan actually have in like Korea? I don't know if Koreans.
Oh,
have,
he
like,
has a gun
Korea-
range in his house, Rangi, that he shoots in every day.
Oh right, I didn't see season 2, so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
because basically
he
there's
gets a
4 year
major
time
buff
skip.
in season 2. Yeah. It's a 2-year
Yeah.
time skip, right?
4 years.
No, it's
4
pretty sure
years.
it's
Yeah.
2. I
Or
watched it recently.
I just checked Wikipedia. It's 4 years.
Really? I could have. I watched it the other day. I could have swore it was 2 years.
I thought it was
No,
2.
sorry,
I
it's 2 years.
I,
No,
I,
it is 2
so
years. Sorry, you're
think
right.
Oh, let's go.
The first 2 rounds. I think the first 2 rounds. It's kind of a. It might be a bit of a toss up, but I guess
think.
I
Well, no, I think.
No.
Now I think about it, when he wins in the Squid Game, he's mostly a fist fight. They lose the knives pretty quickly, so I think he just wins that too.
I think Gihan's gonna end up winning.
Yeah, I think he wins all 3 rounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I have to concede there. As much as I wanted the meme of Jameson advancing.
Oh, hey, he
No,
made it. He made it to the Elite 8. He won the first.
I think he'd do better than expected, but I don't think he'd win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think
Yeah.
Gihan is still fucked up by the end, but he's still
Because J. Jonah Jameson's a bigger dude, but he's old. That kind
he
of.
also has that
nerfs him
aggression
bigger.
to him, you know.
Yeah, and his endurance won't be good because he's a smoker. So
he's got that McCarthy.
Oh, so is Gihan. Gihan also smokes. But I guess he might have quit during the 2-year gap.
Well, obviously, it would be a completely fair fight if J. Jonah Jameson got a superhero suit.
Yeah.
I'm the Spider Slayer, you motherfucker, Gihan. What do you have? Guns. How dare you? I'm just like, you'll never get away, you Gihan.
I've played these games before, J. Jonah Jameson.
MacArthur was right. We should have nuked North Korea.
I've played these games before, J. Jonah. If you don't give me that dead in 5 seconds, you're fired.
All right, final 4. It is Dexter versus let me see. Oh, Apollo Creed.
Right. Okay.
Think first round, we know who wins.
Yeah, first round, Apollo Creed fucks Dexter up pretty good. I don't think Dexter's walking away from that. You're not. What's the Wolverine meme? I don't think you're gonna be able to walk away from this, bub, or something like that.
I think second round is a toss-up because neither of the really use guns.
That's true. Lou, what's the meme though for like Wolverine and Deadpool? I don't think you're gonna walk away from this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what Apollo Creed's gonna say to Dexter.
Yeah.
Wolverine. Let's see. Dexter.
I don't know where any of the images are.
Why did you lose them already?
I just have too many in here.
No, you need to organize your images. That's the way I need to do the same thing.
Oh, found it.
Who's the other person?
Apollo Creed.
Okay.
don't know. I don't know who wins.
I really like
The thumbs up versus the middle finger is really funny.
Yeah.
Well, the funny thing is
Well-
that's actually how I imagined them entering the boxing match.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah. So I think does Apollo ever use a gun? Like, does he ever shoot?
I
He
don't-
grew up in
yeah,
the
I
hood,
don't-
so probably.
I said he's from the hood, so he might have before. We don't know.
It's
He's
there,
from
he's
the hood.
there's more than a good chance that he has, unfortunately.
Oh
We're racial
no.
profiling here, but
I think.
I
Well, I
mean,
think
but
that's what it is.
Dexter. Okay, here's the thing. Apollo definitely wins the fist fight. Dexter definitely wins the knife fight. It's like, but it's literally just like a toss up for the second one. I think.
yeah, I think that's
it's weird.
fair. Well, I don't
I
think he
think-
definitely wins the third one, but I think he wins 6 out of 10 times. I would say. 'cause he's
Yeah.
really
I was
looking
gonna
at-
say I think most of the times they both miss, and then it becomes a fist fight again.
Yeah, I need.
Oh, no, Dex,
I
I
need
think
to-
isn't Dexter's like put all of his stats into killing people with knives? Isn't that like his whole thing?
Yeah.
I mean, here's the thing, because even though Dexter like he's still okay. I saw an image. He has used like gun once, but it's like he has used other ranged weapons before, like a trank gun and crossbow.
Mm.
Well,
Yeah,
that
Dexter-
functions different
Shit
than a
stuff.
revolver.
Well, in
I'm
the
looking up
show-
Apollo Creed to see if he has any like military stuff though, because he's like from.
Probably not.
Well, he's what, born in 1942.
Yeah,
He
maybe
could've-
maybe he.
He
got
might have
drafted.
served in Nam.
Yeah, maybe.
Dexter.
Yes,
Well,
yeah,
the
Dexter
show
has used the gun.
shows. Yeah, Dexter uses the gun like twice in the show.
Yeah,
Because,
but
I
here's the
mean,
thing. I just
unless-
checked.
Oh,
Yeah, here's the thing, he's setting quite a good
also, I
start.
was wrong. He's not for. I think the hood thing is like it's weird. Rocky.
Did you make that up, Rangi? Did you just make that up because he's black?
Racist.
No, I swear that's a whole like thing in the third movie where he like goes to like this boxing club in the hood and like implies that that he like went there before.
Rangi completely gaslit me. I just completely believed him wholesale. And
I'm
I
like
don't know if that says more about
double-checking
me
now.
or him, but someone's in the wrong here.
Oh shit!
Oh, the
Apparently he
pair
has-
travels to the Tough Gym in Los Angeles, California. Okay, I might have just read that into his character. I don't think
Yeah,
it's ever like.
I think you
specifically mentioned.
racially profiled him, Rangi.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, no,
think
because
that's the best.
the way that gym looks, if I remember correctly, it does look like this like kind of gym that would be a bit more.
Yeah.
What's the word I'm looking for? I'm digging the hole deeper.
yeah, oh,
I
yeah.
don't doubt
Hey,
it.
Yeah, because
Ah.
all right, who? Because it really does come down to round 2. I mean, we can if Dexter wins round 2, we might have to reevaluate round 3 because I do think he wins 6 out of 10, but it's like more slight. But if Dexter wins round 2, it's gonna be interesting because he might win round 3 as well. I don't know.
Yeah.
I
and here's
mean,
the thing,
he
because
is
I-
working with
Okay.
Miami Police Department, so there might be
I
mandatory
see-
training he has to do.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen like New Blood?
Yeah. He
Because
he
apparently
does.
there's a quote from there that
Oh,
think
you
he
know
was-
why? I think I kind of got. Did I? Hold on, let me check
Yeah,
something
in
because
New
I might have.
Blood.
Yeah,
in
you're
New
just
Blood,
racist, Ryan. It's okay.
No, I probably am, but let me also check something.
In New Blood, Dexter
I mean, he-
runs a gun
Oh,
store and he
okay.
uses like a hunting
I
rifle.
had the backgrounds between Clubber Lang and Apollo Creed.
Oh my
confused.
god, he thinks all black people look the same.
I think.
Tis, Rangi. I'm disappointed in you.
fuck you racist.
Well, no, because the only thing I remembered was that scene with him in the third movie going to the gym that like
Yeah, Clubber Lang
with,
is
with
that's Mr. T, right? Not the guy who
Yeah.
plays because the guy who plays Apollo Creed, he's in The Mandalorian and Predator.
Yeah, he's a really good actor. I
Yeah,
think
he's
he's
dead
is
now,
he?
unfortunately.
I think he's dead now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He died last year. Yeah.
Unfortunate. He's a really good actor.
Yeah, he is.
I really
He's in a lot
liked
of
him
good stuff.
as Apollo Creed. But yeah, Clubber Lang is the one that was actually like involved in like crime in like the south side of Chicago, according to Wikipedia.
You know, Rocky is based loosely on a true story. Is there was a scrawny white guy who like knocked Muhammad Ali onto the ground. Like he didn't win the fight, but he went the distance with Muhammad Ali and actually knocked him over. It was like a huge
Yeah.
underdog story. So that's like what Rocky based Sylvester Stallone based a movie off of.
Also, I
Yeah.
think there's a lot of retconning with like what the implications of Apollo Creed's background was, because he got like the Creed movies that I never saw.
Yeah, but I'm not counting those. I don't know anything about them, so we're sticking
I've
to
never
Rocky
seen any
movies.
of them. That's probably why I read into the story and like the setup.
Yeah, because I saw the first two and I saw three while I was really inebriated, but I'll have to rewatch three because I don't remember most of it.
In that case, I feel like Dexter takes it.
Me too.
I think.
Because Unity said like Dexter's used like dark
That's true.
dark guns and crossbows and stuff. I don't think Apollo Creed has like enough experience to be able to hit Dexter.
All right, so round one, Apollo Creed. Round two, Dexter. And round three, we're edging out the Dexter. Does anyone want to counter that? Speak now or hold your peace.
It depends. You gotta even look at Rocky's history with guns.
Well, this isn't Rocky's history
This
of
is Apollo
guns. This
Creed.
is this is Apollo.
And yeah, because like I said, I think Dexter has an advantage in a knife fight, but Apollo Creed's still really big and fast. So it's like I don't think it's like a clean sweep here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, because that's the other thing. Does Dexter like full on go like knife to knife often, or does he like?
Oh no, Apollo Creed's gonna
hit
drop the
somebody with
knife. He's not gonna use the knife.
Yeah, or even just like a direct fights with the knife.
A couple times I think.
Okay, but
Have you ever fought like a trained fighter before?
I think so.
But has he ever fought the world champion?
Has he ever fought Muhammad Ali?
I would say he fought he like fist like he fought Dokes like a couple times, and Dokes is like ex-military. And some of the other like I don't know, like he's fought like mob bosses and like thugs and stuff, so
this is one of the closest rounds of the whole episode,
I think,
which is
so,
good.
yeah.
We want it to get.
Oh wait, we also have that fit. How much PSI again? Like coming up for Apollo Creed? Like
2000.
I think it's more about his
150.
speed than his power, because his
Yeah.
power is gonna if he hits Dexter's fucked. But like, can Dexter stab?
But Dexter has enough knowledge with a knife and skill with a knife that
he's gonna be pretty nimble with it.
Yeah,
The thing is,
it's one of those things I think. Oh,
Rocky can outrun a car.
This is Apollo
And catch
Creed.
chick. Yeah. Shit. Yeah.
I know they look very
well,
similar.
I mean,
Apollo Creed and Rocky.
but
It's hard to tell
Apollo Creed did like beat Rocky in the first movie.
Well, in the first one, which might become relevant later.
Power levels.
It is not an impossibility that we have Apollo Creed Rocky in the final.
That will be funny, because then you have to ask the question of like, okay, well, who won in the third movie, in the end fight?
Well, they only fight twice, I think. Anyway, we'll get there when we get there if we do.
That would be funny though.
Look, I literally put them on opposite ends of the bracket. I knew it was a possibility, but I didn't want to have them necessarily fight, because that would be like kind of like cliche, but like it's looking like it might happen anyway.
I was gonna say I can see it either way, because it comes down to who hits who first.
But here's another thing too. Dexter has to land like a lethal blow, because if he just nicks Apollo Creed, he's still just gonna rock Dexter is lights out.
The thing is, Dexter's
Dexter's
really skilled with a knife.
He is.
And
That's what I'm saying.
he's also intelligent, so he might know to like
Yeah.
bait out an attempted attack. And
Here's
then,
the thing. He's
cut the
like
arm.
he's definitely more intelligent than Apollo Creed is general, but like fighting knowledge, I think Apollo Creed probably hasn't beat. Like he's gonna know like feigns and stuff. He's gonna recognize them.
But Dexter's more bloodthirsty. That's the other thing.
Sure, but Apollo Creed, like he like knocks people out all the time. Like that's a level of bloodthirstiness. Know what I mean? Like you're willing to punch a guy so hard he goes to sleep.
So I think what probably happens is Apollo Creed showboats too much and he dies for it.
He's not gonna showboat if the guy's got a knife. I don't think that's gonna happen.
I don't know. Like he was a pretty big showboater.
Why don't we take a vote?
He
on
was.
it?
Yeah, let's we'll start with Unity and then go backwards.
Okay.
Unity, you go
Yeah,
first.
Fuck.
Sorry about that.
Here's the thing, because who's it called? Apollo like died in the third film, so a lot of things like Rocky can do, he could not do. Like
He dies in
outrunning a
the
car
fourth.
and stuff.
He dies in the fourth
Oh, yeah.
film. Ivan Drago kills him.
Yeah, because Ivan
Yeah.
Draco like Rocky's don't beat Ivan Draco, so he's.
Well, that's another
he's
thing
the
too,
one-
Rangi. Rocky beats
Yeah.
Ivan Drago, who beats Apollo Creed. So that's another thing to keep in mind if we get to that point.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because,
I think if we get to that point, Rocky kind of just wins 2 of the 3. But
Or all
Because-
3, actually.
I don't know. I can go.
We just
either
assume
way
the
with
black
this
guy's better with
matchup.
the gun. Rangi, I thought you learned better.
hey,
What do you mean? I said what I meant was like the knife at the gunfight. We don't know who would win there, but we
Well,
know
the knife fight just turns into a gunfight with these two characters. They just drop their knives because they would be better fighters without them. Anyway, Unity, what do you think? Dexter or Apollo Creed, knife versus fists?
Here's the thing. I actually think it's like, even though who wins, it's gotta be really close. So it's like, I think I'll lean it to a bit more Dexter, because like he's like really skilled with a knife, and he can absolutely just like outsmart him and just land a fatal blow, because he could not, because like Apollo cannot like do what Rocky does after he died. So he can't like outrun a car and something. So it was like, so he just have like average boxer speed.
Well,
And Dexter
Muhammad
can
Ali
probably-
speed. We'll put that out there. That's not average boxer speed.
Yeah.
He's specifically a stand-in for Muhammad Ali.
Thinking on it, I think Apollo's priority in this fight, especially given
Ooh,
if
is that me getting
Dexter's like,
dinged? Sorry, I was just.
I think Apollo's priority might be, because Apollo is a smarter fighter, but he might prioritize trying to disable Dexter as far as like what the knife goes, because
Yeah.
Dexter is an expert knife fighter. And
So-
so because of that, I actually feel like Dexter might win.
We have
Yeah, I
2
think
votes
I'm-
for Dexter then.
Yeah, because Dexter has more of that killer instinct.
All right, Party, you're up.
I will admit I am kind of leaning. It's close. I think I could see Dexter not unironic, like he might actually win by like death by 1,000 cuts, maybe, you know.
I
If
have
it was
the
that angle.
I think that could happen. I just think that like it's more likely he'll just hit a vital point and Apollo Creed just drops dead.
I
'Cause,
could
like,
see him wearing him out
I-
like that, and
well,
then
Apollo
actually
Creed's not going to get worn out first. That's the problem because Apollo Creed's like,
well,
very
he only has so
stamina.
much blood. I don't know.
That is
Yeah,
true.
I feel like it's one or the other. It becomes an endurance battle, in which
Also-
case,
Also, but if he cuts him and doesn't kill him right away, I think Apollo Creed just haymakers him with his other arm and then
yeah,
it's done.
that's what I mean.
One punch will knock
Dexter's
Dexter out.
priority has to be to like
He has to kill him on
cripple
the
or
first
kill.
hit. Yeah,
Yeah,
because
cripple or kill. on
he
the
will
first
not
hit.
he will not tank a Apollo Creed bare knuckle punch. He's going to get knocked out or killed by his punch. But he has to.
But I
kill
think
him in the
Dexter's
first
also
round.
smart enough to know that.
Yeah, he would be. So it's literally kill or be killed, and that is the killer element is a pretty big factor. I think it seems like Dexter is kind of the general consensus here. Lulu, what about you? Party, you gotta give your vote for it. Well, Party's gotta give his vote for it. But
you know what? I'm gonna. It's gonna be close, but I think I'll give it to Dexter.
well, Lulu, what about you? It's gonna be Dexter anyway,
I think
but
people forget that like Dexter knows human anatomy like pretty well, especially when it comes to blood, because he's a blood spatter analyst. So he'll know
That's
where
true.
like he'll know where all like Apollo's like major arteries are, and he'll just like slice there until he like bleeds out.
And like tendons and
Yeah.
shit too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll go
That's
Dexter.
that's the thing. He has more like critical spots he can hit than just like the head or the heart.
all right, Dexter wins. I'll be the dissenter and go with Apollo Creed. Point out to my homie. I did the same thing with Cartman versus Hannibal.
Yeah.
But
I'm not an expert on Dexter, but you saying that kind of like makes it me more confident.
All right, so Dexter will be going to the final. We'll also, especially since we're not doing another tournament, we will be doing a third place match. So Apollo Creed will be in the third place match.
Okay. Third place. Oh.
Yeah, the loser of the two final four.
Okay. Who's next?
Is that who's getting pinged? It's just I keep hearing that.
No, I didn't hear anything.
I haven't heard it.
That might have been me.
Maybe there's noise
Iron.
canceling.
Yeah, but I don't know how do I turn off. How do I turn off pings?
Do not disturb.
Yeah, do not disturb. That's what I usually try to do on when I go.
Is there like a setting in Discord or something I can do that?
Yes. You click on your profile, and then you go to and then you'll see a thing that says online. You just move your mouse to that, and then it'll give you all sorts of options.
Hold on.
And you go do not disturb because it turns off desktop notifications.
All right. Hold on. I'm trying to figure this out. Edit profile? Oh, you said?
No. I said you'll see something right under edit profile that says online.
It's the it's like bottom left, like.
Yeah, it has a little green circle.
A little green circle.
Are you on desktop or are you?
Yeah, I'm on desktop. Oh, I found it. Do not disturb. Oh, that's neat. I've never done that before. That would have been helpful. It was starting to get my nerves because I kept hearing pings and I couldn't figure out where they were coming from.
Because I muted all my notifications all the time.
Yep. I try to always remember to do it when I go live.
That's quiet. Nice. Thank you guys. That was giving me a headache. All right. Next up is Gihan Rocky versus Gihan.
Oh no.
Gihan is fucked. I'm sorry.
Well, he wins round 2 for sure.
He wins round 2.
Yeah, Gihan wins round 2, but then like round 1.
Rocky wins round 1, and now it's knife versus boxing again.
Yeah, but I feel like Gihan doesn't have the same killer instinct that Dexter has, which was like, or the same knowledge. So it's just Gihan's just fucked.
I think Rocky beats him as well, even though it's in the Squid Game. He played this game before. I don't know if he can overcome Rocky.
It's like
Party.
Here's the thing: in Squid Game, all he did is like fight his friend, like in one-on-one.
He was a bigger guy.
They didn't want to kick their ass. Rocky wants to go the distance.
What are you gonna say, Party?
Oh no, I was just making an agreement noise.
I heard your screen light up.
You heard it.
You heard it.
Yeah, shush. I didn't get much sleep last night. So we common consensus here is Rocky.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
I don't
Yeah,
see
Rocky.
Gihan beating like a fully trained like fighter in this way in a direct
Well,
confrontation.
I really didn't see this coming, but all right, the third place match is Apollo Creed versus Gion. Oh no, Gion! Poor guy.
Gihan loses again.
throw the image up, Lulu, and put him out of his misery.
I was gonna say, like, when you're talking about a physical matchup, you have to like look at the physiques of these two men.
It's just such a funny image. I love it so much.
Even at Gion's like best, he just
Nah.
Yeah,
he
it's
just
it's the same outcome. Apollo Creed wins round 1. Gihan wins round 2. Apollo Creed wins round 3. He's
Yeah.
played the Squid Games again and lost. He's 1 for 3.
Oh, I'm
I guess
so sad.
actually no, he beat Mr. Beast, then he beat J. Jonah Jameson, he beat Young Woo, I think his name was, or Sing Woo, and then he lost to Rocky and Apollo Creed. So he's 3 for 5 in the Squid Games. Pretty good win ratio, actually, all things considered.
Yeah.
All right, so time for the final. It's a little bit of a repeat, but it's gonna be, I think there's gonna be another conversation. Dexter versus Rocky
I
championship.
think Rocky is better than Apollo.
He is better than Apollo Creed, so that is it's not a repeat necessarily. But well, rounds 1 and 2 are. Round 1 Rocky
And
wins.
I
Round
feel
2
like
Dexter.
Rocky's been
I
stabbed.
Does-
don't know.
again,
I feel like
Does
it's
Rocky
the
not
same
use a gun?
thing. I feel like it's just the same thing again.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
Rocky's a much better fighter as he gets into later in the series. Like Rocky 4 is like way stronger than Apollo Creed
Yeah.
ever was.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like
I think Rocky would end up winning.
I do.
Yeah.
I think so too. I think since it was so close with Apollo Creed and Rocky's just like another level ahead of him. We're assuming Dexter wins round 2 again, right?
Yeah.
Well, the only thing is that Apollo Creed is a lot more agile, and that does make a difference, though. Versus like Rocky's whole thing.
No,
is just
Rocky 4,
going.
he can outrun a car.
Oh shit! Wait, you're right. Yeah, in that case, no. I'm sorry. Dexter's fucked.
Yeah, that's my problem with like the last one. I was like, dude, I keep mentioning like Rocky can outrun a car.
He's like he gets like Usain Bolt like speed levels by that point. He's like I said, Rocky is as the series goes on, he becomes a super soldier.
Rocky's basically peak human like physicality when it comes to that.
Yeah.
Like it's just kind of unfair to Dexter because Dexter is like he's athletic, but he's kind of just a guy.
Yeah. I think if it was that close with Apollo Creed, even though he was able to best Apollo Creed, I think since it was so close there, and Rocky's just head and shoulders above Apollo Creed by this point, I think Rocky does take round 3.
Yeah.
Anyone like? I mean, you're the biggest Dexter knowledge person here, Lulu. Do you think that's like an accurate assessment?
I mean, I think there's still an argument to be made with the knives, but Rocky is. Like...
I think he would probably win like 3 or 4 out of 10. I don't think Dexter is just completely fucked here.
Yeah.
But...
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
I think it's like a 5.5.
I think he could win 6 out of 10, Rocky. I think I'd be comfortable giving him that.
Yeah, I think 6 out of 10 times. Because like if Dexter like land a lucky blow before like Rocky,
At least,
like
yeah.
Rocky's off guard. Yeah, because
Yeah,
Rocky creates like.
This is the
Rocky
thing.
always
I
creates,
think the big definitive thing is the fact that like Rocky has a lot more endurance than Apollo Creed, and I think that's gonna like make the difference.
Rocky just like every movie he gets stronger until he gets old, but like by the time like he's like Rocky 4 and 5 roll around, he's just like almost like
Yeah.
god tier human. Like he's like it's basically like Batman if Batman became a boxer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
I mean,
the Soviet guy is just like
Yeah,
absurd.
the Soviet guy is basically like a Russian super soldier, and Rocky kicks his ass.
yeah, that was a 2050 150 psi come from.
Yeah,
So yeah, but
because he
yeah,
beat the guy who beat Apollo Creed, and so Apollo Creed was already really good, and then the guy who beat Apollo Creed was even better, and then Rocky beat him, so he's like 2 levels above Apollo Creed at this point.
yeah, I think the thing is like Rocky style is like wearing that opponent before he like beat the shit out of him, because I think Rocky would just like let him just like, oh come on, attack me, and then he just like Dexter would just keep hitting him, and then Rocky just keep dodging until he's like out of energy, and Rocky just punch him when he's like tired.
Yeah, also I think Rocky would be like super vigilant not to get hit by the knife.
Yeah. Well, he's probably fought people with knives before because he's like a
I mean,
thug,
people do get
too.
jumped in Philly a lot by knives. I mean, I
Yeah.
knew I didn't know him personally, but I knew people near me when I was living down there. Like, that happened too. Yeah.
Yo, UK moment.
It's Rocky.
I think Rocky's got it though.
Yeah.
In the end.
Yeah, I think Rocky.
Uh,
Apparently his apartment. Yeah, apparently I've just Googled on the internet. Apparently his apartment is filled with knives.
Dexter or Rocky?
Rocky.
What? I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
I vote Dexter just because I'm biased.
Yeah,
but Rocky is
you pulled a me.
yeah, I'm doing the you, but Rocky objectively
yeah.
wins.
Yeah, Rocky. I'm sorry, Rocky. I do think Rocky
Objectively, yeah.
folds him in at least 6 out of 10 matches. Like,
Yeah. Which
Yeah.
will be this so Rocky is he's not done yet, because next time we do this, he gets to enter into the next bracket. I
Wait,
left a slot open.
Isn't the
What?
next bracket like not people with
Cops.
powers, but like isn't it like military people or something?
No, it's like cops and like apocalypse survivors.
Oh, I'm
shit.
excited.
So
I'm
like,
excited.
so like Rick Grimes.
Rick Grimes, yeah.
yeah,
Rick Grimes will be in the next one.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Should I tell people
Wait.
that he survived building explosion?
Oh no. Apocalypse survivors, iron.
is it possible
no.
that the next time we do this, we're gonna get Stallone versus Stallone?
The
Yeah,
We'll
Rambo
see.
versus
I-
Rocky.
I don't remember who exactly got the slot, but there is a Stallone character in the next round, so there's a chance it is Stallone versus Stallone.
That would be funny.
Yeah.
Is it Rambo?
It is not Rambo. Rambo is
What?
in Rambo's in round 3.
Wait, is it the
I know.
guy? Is it his character from fucking those like shitty ass movies?
Cobra.
Expendables.
Expendables.
Oh,
Expendables
we'll
is
stop
also
doing
not
we'll
good.
stop doing guesses now, because I want to give too much away. But
It is,
I
isn't
think
it?
I know exactly who it is.
I mean,
You
You'll
gave it
see.
away with post-apocalypse.
Okay.
anyway,
Oh no, it's
But-
wait.
Don't worry,
That's
you'll
what-
find out.
I mean, don't worry. The higher tier we just get into more of power scaling.
yeah, that's why I want to start like literally just guys who mostly throw punches and stab people.
It's
Like
Judge
if you
Dredd.
the round one, it was literally just guys. Like it was pistols, knives, and fists. Was pretty much round one. Yeah, and then each round is gonna get progressively. I've made 3 that are done. I started on 4, and I did a little bit of 5. But like, obviously, we're doing one. Like we're not gonna do these this will be like every few months kind of thing, probably, because our main thing will be reviewing shows.
Yeah, I mean, we gotta have like John Wick versus James Bond again. Wish that fellow already animated that.
Hey, Lou, I was thinking Like every 5 streams you could do one of these or something like that.
Yeah, maybe that'd be cool.
Maybe.
Yeah, I thought this was a fun one though.
Yeah, it was fun.
Was this better than Jeopardy?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
enjoyed him a lot better than the Jeopardy episode. Yeah.
Wow. I don't know. I had a way ton of the ceiling of fun with Jeopardy was fucking crazy.
Yeah, I like Jeopardy.
No, I really liked Jeopardy, but I think this is
That
I
cut off
like
the
this
rails.
better.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
if
no,
Travis was here for this, this would
I
have
think
been
a
a lot
lot.
more entertaining. This
Yeah, I think a lot of the problem with Jeopardy is once we got into like the last round, Art just fucking rolled everybody.
well, yeah. Well, Art
was
versus
hilarious.
Travis. Art versus Travis was a very funny matchup.
I was gonna say the next time we do Jeopardy, if it's movies and like TV, we just have to do Art versus everybody else.
That would be a funny thing to do, like sometime in the future. Just like Art versus Undead Unfiltered. It's like the 3 of us versus Art, and like party answer questions or something.
That would be really funny.
Yeah.
Handicap match.
Yeah.
This was fun though.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
a lot of fun.
It is.
I always underestimate how long these things will take because my dumbass thought we could do 3 of these. We got 1.
Oh hell no.
Oh,
Yeah,
wait,
you have never. This is
what
like
are we at the 2-hour mark? That's not too bad. That's like
Yeah.
an hour less than I thought it would be by the time we finish the first one.
Well, I thought we were gonna do 2 in 3 hours. I thought it'd be like an hour and a half per tournament.
Oh well, okay, yeah, that's because you're an idiot.
Yeah, because I think
Yeah.
it will. I think it will only. It won't get much longer, but I think it will get slightly longer each time because like there'll be more arguments.
Chat, if you ever
Yeah.
wondered why Iron is bad at time management, this is why.
This is actually one of my
Yeah.
better examples. Honestly, I'm really bad.
I mean, this is like the first time you ever do versus debating. Trust me, you can, because based on my experience, you can argue like if character has like special abilities or weapons, you can argue just one-on-one for hours.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
if we get into like major anime shonen protagonists, we're gonna be here
mean,
for days.
Well, also
don't worry.
we'll have to do 7 next time because I know Travis and Art. Well, Travis couldn't. Well, he was here, and then his internet cut out, and Art was like watching a movie or something. But they both
He
wanted
was.
to. Yeah, they both want to do this at some point.
Yeah, Art is doing his favorite activity, or he was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's watching the Big Lebowski, which I haven't seen it before.
I haven't either.
Yeah, I would have joined if we didn't have
Lulu, you
this.
should put a little crown on Rocky. Give him that crown. Give me that
Yeah.
crown.
Yeah, I do like that Rocky wins because look, Dexter, he seems like a neat character. I need to watch that series.
Yeah.
One day.
You're gonna
Who
make Lulu nut his pants by saying that.
I was gonna say, oh no, maybe Lulu and I could find some way to turn that into content. I don't know.
Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I'll probably
like,
pass because I just don't have
review
the
it.
time to watch that much. But like, you guys could like do a separate series on Lulu's channel or your channel, Rangi.
Yeah,
Yeah,
see,
that was
Rangi-
what I was thinking.
You could always, I was gonna say you could always review it on your channel. Then just have me like feature on it.
I could.
Why is
it
it
would
so
be weird
big?
on my channel.
Why is the crown so big?
That's what she said.
What?
Can't relate, unfortunately.
What?
You
the
not
fuck?
shrink it? Ooh, there you
Well,
go.
no. You can relate up to one specific word.
What?
Die.
Yeah. It's why is it so? But it's not big. It's let me put it down.
Just put it on top of it. There you go.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
King of the Italians.
Yeah.
Right, Tony
The
Soprano.
Italian
Sylvester
stallion.
Stallone is the best Italian.
Yeah, the Italian stallion. That's what he's called.
Yeah, he's the Italian stallion.
Or-
That's his fighting name.
Granola.
No, you have
No,
to say it as Italian, not Italian.
in the
Italian.
chat.
It's like
In the chat,
That's how
Granola.
they say it in the movie.
In the chat,
I
Granola
agree. I
donated
agree. Well,
$2.
Carmen should have won.
Yeah. Carmen should have won.
I agree. Carmen got snubbed. Biggest snub of this death battle tournament.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We
Unfortunately-
all know the final should have been Cartman versus J. Jonah Jameson. That's what the people wanted.
Yeah.
I wanted that. That would be fun. Eric Cartman is a menace.
Oh, what was everyone's biggest surprise who was all in this tournament? Like the person they were least expecting to see.
I mean, Travis, some shit. The dad from South
J.
Park,
Jonah
because I don't
Jameson,
even.
I think.
Oh, Randy.
yeah, Randy.
Yeah, I don't even know. I don't even know who that character is. I mean, I've seen the picture. I don't even know the name of that character.
I'm sorry. I thought this was America.
For context, yeah, Unity didn't grow up in the US.
That's
He
true.
doesn't even live in the US now, so I don't know how familiar he is with South Park.
Yeah, because South Park is like a cultural juggernaut in America. I don't know how it performs in other countries. I really don't.
No, don't worry. I don't even grow up with that. But good news is, whenever I write essays, I just constantly quote the fucking South Park and the South Park writers' room, the Troy Parker and Matt Stone like writers' advice. I do
Oh,
film
dude,
stuff.
they're two of the best writers of like modern writing. They're so good.
Oh shit, they have the best advice ever, and they beat the
They
shit out of every single advice I've ever heard of.
do they ever do
What
like
is it?
serious projects?
Not
Uh,
really. They're
uh,
comedians.
Trey Parker is a voice actor.
They both are. They voice half the cast.
Yeah, I need that.
Really?
Each. Yeah, Trey Parker does about half the voices. Matt Stone does about half the voices. However, Trey Parker does most of the writing. Like Matt Stone helps, but Trey Parker does the majority of the writing. I think Matt Stone does more of. I think he voices more characters, if I'm correct, and I think he probably does more of their because they have a bunch of businesses. I think he probably does more time those other ones, so Trey Parker can focus more on South Park. I'm just like assuming here, like don't quote me on that,
Oh
but
shit,
that's my
they did
assumption.
Team America. Shit, they did
Yeah, they
Team
do Team
America.
America. They own a restaurant. They've done video games. They've done Broadway plays. They do a lot.
Oh yeah, because I remember they have like a R-rated version of Wicked, which I'm
Yeah,
gonna be honest is better than the actual Broadway version of Wicked.
I gotta see the Mormon play in New York City sometime. That's been on my bucket list for a while.
Yeah.
What about the rest of you? Who was the character you're least expecting to see make it?
I would have been really shocked if Eric Cartman like made it, but I actually feel like he has a better chance than Flight Peter.
Oh no, I'm saying like who was the character you were most surprised to see in the
Oh,
fights?
yeah. Well, I guess Homer Simpson I didn't expect because I'm not super like familiar with The Simpsons. It's one of those weird things where I never like grew up watching it, and then like, with The Simpsons, it's weird because when I started like looking at that type of show, it was kind of after its like golden era. So
Oh yeah, I only really watched the earlier seasons. Like post seasons, like 9 or 10, it falls off a cliff. I forget exactly which one, but like there's like one of the season finales. I think is kind of like the goodbye golden age Simpsons kind of thing. Ari, Lulu, about you guys?
I mean, the main takeaway is I wish Mike Ermintrout had gone further. I was rooting for the boy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he won what, one fight, two?
He won one and did okay. It's if the matchups had been different, I think he could have gotten
Oh, yeah,
further.
he fought Apollo Creed in the second round, right?
Yeah.
That's a rough one.
yeah, it's kind of almost funny. It's like if Rocky was like a bracket to the side, I feel like Mike was like a bracket to the other side.
Yeah, Mike versus Tony Soprano is a funny one.
Yeah,
That was a
good.
funny one.
Too.
Yeah, because I originally had Mike against J. Jonah Jameson, but I switched it to Tony Soprano. Because basically even today I switched out a couple characters and moved a couple characters around, just trying to make it a bit more interesting slash fair. Uh, I'm pretty happy with some of the switches I made.
Yeah, it's better. But next time, just have
Yeah.
Eric Carmer versus J. Jonah Jameson.
J. Jonah Jameson, just every fighter gets J. Jonah Jameson.
No. Every fighter is J. Jonah Jameson.
Oh,
We
just
don't know it
J.
yet.
Jonah Jameson fights himself 1,000 times. It's like,
Yeah,
what
they're
are those?
like different versions of it.
What are those videos where it's like who would win, Goku or like 100,000 J. Jonah Jamesons? They
Those
simulate it.
Well, obviously, the correct answer is Cell.
I guess the question kind of morphed the like who everyone wanted to see go the furthest. So Lulu, who'd you want to see go the furthest? Was it Dexter?
Dexter and Eric Cartman.
Uh,
That could have been a fun one, yeah.
We
I'm gonna,
got a
not gonna
similar
lie.
one with Hannibal Lecter Cartman. That was a pretty good substitute.
I was a big fan of
I actually think
Hannibal
that's a slightly
Lecter.
funnier fight. What?
I was a big fan of Hannibal Lecter myself, and then I really liked Apollo Creed. I like that he got like as far as he did.
He got to the final four, almost made it to the final, but Apollo Creed was screwed because even if he beat Dexter, he gets repeated by Rocky.
Yeah, but it was literally a case of just like Apollo Creed is when like the boxers and Rocky are like they're really like they're athletes, but they're still like human.
Well, Rocky starts to kind of transcend humanity a little bit towards the end. He gets a little ridiculous in his
Yeah,
feats.
that's what I mean, and that's kind of why like Apollo Creed at the end of the third, he's probably still like probably one of the top like
Oh, he still
physical
is.
like
Yeah.
athletes in the world. But then like
he doesn't ever beat Rocky again after the first movie, and Rocky just keeps getting better. Or so does Creed, but like only marginally better. Where Creed, like Rocky's like making leaps and bounds.
Yep.
All right, I guess this is kind of the end of the stream. This is a plug and chug your channel kind of thing.
Yeah.
So
I need to plug my channel. I need to plug my channel as well.
Plug your channel. You go first.
Hey, hi guys. I'm Unity. First time in this stream. What the Rangi stream did not go well. Yeah, I do my podcast every week, talk about movies and shows. Tomorrow I'm gonna talk about Andor, The Last of Us, and Doctor Who with Rangi.
Yep.
Currently, I'm making a project about Deadpool Wolverine, but that's gonna take like years because I'm too busy now.
I feel that.
But yeah, trust me, one scene of that movie already took me 10 minutes of the screen time. I was like, Jesus.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, he's not a fan. Let's
I definitely separate enjoyment for quality for that one because I think it's an abysmal movie, but I still like it. It's just Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman, just like even though they're in a god awful movie, just seeing them interact is a lot of fun for me.
I guess we'll go off screen sides first. So
well, we'll go with Party next, right? Because he's the other guest, even though he doesn't have a channel.
I mean,
what do you want to promote?
I have a channel. There's just nothing on it.
I mean, hey, it's pretty impressive. You have like 33 subscribers for no video.
Well, I used to have 2 videos on it.
Okay.
I've told this story before. It was a fireworks show from like 15 years ago, and a clip of Soundwave and Family Guy, the Transformer. But they both got copyright struck.
Oh, that sucks.
And so one day I noticed that, and I was like, oh, I should probably delete these then. But like no one unsubbed, and then a few people have subbed after that.
Like comments and stuff.
It's that's cool. Maybe one day I'll do something with that. But yeah,
that'd be cool.
We'll see. Nothing concrete, but I won't flood your feed.
There you go. Hey, maybe one day I'll be scrolling in the morning. And I'll be on the toilet and I just see, oh look, Party made a video. That's cool.
Made a video or made a stream. Streaming is always
That's true.
Guess we'll do Rangi, then me, then end of Lulu, since he's the host. So Rangi, go.
Alright, I'm Rangi Nue. I mostly do gaming streams. I also do occasional anime coverage or anime movies. I'm mostly a streamer by nature, so if you like this type of content, I'm probably well. Actually, Unity does a lot of streams too, so also that is also another thing I'll plug. Yeah, I'm on Unity's show tomorrow. For coverage of
Doctor
Doctor
Who.
Who and Andor. I haven't seen Last of Us, so
You've also
Yeah,
been
don't.
streaming Red Dead Redemption lately, haven't you?
Oh
I
yeah,
have. I'm almost
best
done
video
with the
game of all
game.
time.
I
Although
have, yeah.
Baldur's Gate 3 is closely behind Red Dead Redemption 1 and 2. For me, it
Yeah.
goes Red Dead 1, Red Dead 2, Baldur's Gate 3, Hollow Knight, and then Castle Crashers.
Yeah.
Anyone ever play Castle
Oh,
Crashers? That's a pretty
Oh
niche
yeah,
game.
I've
back in
never
the day.
played the
Totally.
last one.
Oh, I love that game so much.
I
Actually,
think
wait, no, I think I might have once or twice, but
I think me and my friends were gonna play it and then found out like online is completely broken.
Is it? I thought they fixed that.
I don't know. They might have.
Because they recently made it because I know the PS3 and Xbox ones are pretty like janky, but they made one for like next gen PlayStation and the Switch. So at least because PS4 and
I'm
PS5
just
have
hearing.
Castle
Look,
Crashers,
Chad,
and
I'm just hearing console nonsense from this.
I
I don't
think
know.
PS4. Well, I have it on my PS4, and I guess my PS5 as well because they're like the same account. But like on the PS4, I remember it working. So you have a PlayStation, right? Or do you have an Xbox?
Who?
Or do you have the correct form of gaming?
Who?
Lulu, do you have an Xbox or PlayStation?
I was talking about on PC.
Oh, you have
Yeah.
PC. Oh.
Okay, yeah, the correct form of gaming then.
I thought you were a console gamer.
Well, I have an Xbox, but I prefer PC.
Interesting.
Yeah, so you're correct. Good.
I like my consoles, but
Yeah, we do know that you are gay. Yeah, this is true.
but yeah, I do play Gay Station 4 and 5 and 3 and 2. I don't have the original one though. Maybe one day I'll buy it. But yeah, so Iron Mandrill is my channel. I infrequently upload things about varying topics. I am like basically doing an anti-algorithm speed run. It's just like I upload infrequently about variety of topics that don't correlate well enough. So maybe one day I'll take this YouTube thing more seriously and like actually try
Maybe
and grow
one
my
day you'll
channel.
remember to do your tags.
Yeah, I gotta do that still. um, I do it mostly for fun, but I would like to see it grow at some point. So
Whoa,
maybe.
the tags deadline was April 15th, I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, I forgot to do my taxes and my tax.
Oh.
Just kidding. I did my taxes, but yeah. So I was supposed to. I guess I'll probably try and get it out within the next week. I wanted to do this back in January, but it's now almost May. But I was going to do a top 10 most anticipated movies. But so far, only one of those movies has come out. So I feel like I'm still just going to make the video and just switch out that one. It was Mickey 17, which I heard was not very good. But
That was awful.
yeah,
was
but
okay.
Oh, we
I
see
watched
Mickey
it with
17.
Unity.
But yeah, so
Oh.
I inserted Nobody 2 into the list because I actually didn't realize that was coming out, and I really like
There's
the
a
first
Nobody
one. So
too.
yeah, it's coming out soon. So
Yeah.
I
of
have
that
the
and
first
9 other
one Blu-ray.
movies. Yeah, and also it's not a list of the movies I think will be the 10 best. It's just the 10 I'm the most interested in seeing. Like for example, like I think like Fantastic Four is on there. I don't think Fantastic Four will probably be very good, but I'm very curious to see what it's gonna look like. It might be good, but they haven't had a good track record recently. But yeah, that's I don't know. That's what I'm up to next. And then Lulu, you got a video coming out right soon. You want to talk about that, or you want that to be a surprise?
I'm bro, put me on the
I
spot.
was gonna say,
I
well,
wasn't
at this
ready.
point, you've already put him on the
I
spot.
was ready. I'm making a video about Hotline Miami. And
What is that? I've never heard of it.
it's like
Oh.
it's a it's like an arcade styled video game that's like ultra violent, and it has like a lot of lore, and it's like
Oh wait,
it's like
what was it?
considered It's considered like a cult classic. What, Rangi?
What game was it?
Hotline Miami.
Oh, I know about that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I played that.
And so the video is just about like how I would want it to look like in like a big budget like movie. So
Oh, that's interesting.
yeah, and
Yeah.
I got some
Everyone
of my
should watch
friends.
that.
Yeah. It should be out within like the next week or so. I got some of my friends to like voice act a little bits like from the games because the games don't have voice acting. It's all just text. And so like for some of my explanation of what characters are what and like why they are the way they are, I have little scenes that like we voice acted, and I think that'll be cool. So yeah.
That does sound neat. I'll definitely check out the video when it comes out because the thing about your videos, it's usually on like shows I've either never seen or like movies I want to watch. So like I haven't seen yet because like you cover a lot of stuff I haven't seen, but like this is probably something I'll never play, so I don't care about getting it spoiled. But yeah,
That's
I definitely want to check it out when you release it.
How dare you? I watch all of Lulu's videos. I encourage everyone else to
I
do
usually
so.
just watch the intro.
He doesn't.
'cause, like, there's usually
He
no
doesn't let
spoilers
me
in there.
eat if I don't.
Hey, I'm the better co-host.
send help.
I send money to Lulu every month.
But please send help. I'm trapped in the basement. He's not letting me out. He stopped feeding me.
Accusations.
You've been a bad weeb, Rangi. You don't deserve food.
That is your problem.
Exactly. I will. Anyone else want to say a last word or something?
Rocky, dub for all Italians everywhere.
Yeah, win for Italians. All right, thanks
the
for
Italians
watching.
win again. Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.